Good morning, traders. Welcome to Live Trading with Benzinga. A brand new year means a brand new P&L starting right here on Live Trading. Let's go ahead and let's get it started. Welcome to it.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas law, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher.
Joy.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part, it's beatable.
Good morning, traders. Let's go ahead and let's get the trading day started. I already see you guys saying hello in the chat. If you're brand new, say good morning. This is what it's all about. We're building a community here of traders. So you guys out there, definitely smash that like and let's get it started. Let's bring in here the one, the only. You guys might have missed him. Spencer.
Oh, what's up? I'm awake now. It's taken like 3 hours, but I'm actually awake. So
you know, if you need to go get some orange juice, some coffee, get the morning started, go ahead. Yeah. But definitely, I know Spencer's ready, and I know there's one person that's, and we found out this morning, more ready than Spencer and I combined. Let's go ahead. Let's bring him in. He's ready, powered on up. My man, Ryan Faloona, what's going on?
How's it going, folks? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody out there. Mitch, you said it. We have a fresh P&L, so let's go ahead and attack it and see.
Hey, but I'm already down. How is that possible? The year hasn't started yet, and I've already.
Did you short Tesla?
Yeah, that was my mistake.
Okay, because that might be how you're down.
Yeah.
I'm up a whopping $99 so far this year.
Well, I got paid.
We're starting off well.
I got paid in my fantasy league, so the returns are up, baby. Let's go.
There you go. Way to go.
Very nice.
Very nice. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at some news. Do you get news of Spencer? Is there anything big that went on today?
I mean,
what was the biggest news of at least maybe pre-market prep?
Yeah, the only real headline this morning is Tesla. I'll pull it up in the Benzinga Pro. Actually, let me go here. Different news feed. Let's pull up. Oh man, I haven't been on this page in like 2 weeks because I was off for a week, so forgive me. Let's zoom in here on the news feed and zoom out on the charts, and you can see Tesla this morning is trading higher. Why? Because they announced deliveries. Yes, deliveries for the year, for the month, for the quarter, all coming in above expectations. They produced a little over 300,000 cars in the quarter, delivered about 936,000 cars for the year. Both numbers coming in well above estimates. This number was out over the weekend. Tesla is your number one trending, number one most mentioned, number one everything stock this morning. Kind of your only news of the morning here is your only individual stock news, I should say, is Tesla and the other EV companies reporting their deliveries. But if you look at a chart of Tesla's delivery numbers going back the last 5 years, they are growing at basically a 50% rate, ballpark, every single year. And they kept that rate up last year, despite the fact that, remember, they had to close their Fremont factory for a little bit because of chip shortages, and they've had to navigate that. But it was a great year for Tesla on the delivery front. Yes, I know there was a headline over the weekend about recalls. The market does not care about recalls in general whenever that happens with any automaker. So market don't care about that. Market cares about Tesla keeping pace on deliveries, which they are, and it is why the stock is trading higher by almost 7% this morning. So there you go, Tesla, your number one. Oh, look who just decided to join. We got the last member of the crew is here.
Yeah, Jose, do you mean?
What they want, what they need. I will never lose, I'm a beast. If you want it, come and get it.
Nice.
What is up?
Zunaid,
Happy New Year's, fellas.
Happy New Year. How was it?
Good, man. Good. I woke up on New Year's Eve with a zit on my like unibrow area. So I was like, all right, thank you, God. This is a wonderful way to end the year. So honestly, that being the biggest down thing, I'm okay with. No problem. But no, it was a blessing, man. Happy to look forward to the new year.
For what it's worth, it's gone. So I mean, pretty awesome that you were able to get rid of it by January.
Makeup. Let's call it
I
makeup.
don't see anything. Hey,
That's why I was late, fellas. I had to put on makeup.
Oh,
You went to powder.
Okay.
You went to powder up,
Concealer.
We're sponsored by Ulta now, as you can tell.
Okay.
Can you imagine if that's the way we did our ad? Before
Hey.
and after.
Hey, you never know. You never know who's watching this and buys Ulta products. So let's
love
go
it.
ahead. Let's get started.
Ulta, reach out to us if you're interested. Or what's the other one? Or Elf. Ulta or Elf if you're interested.
Yeah,
reach
let
out.
us know. Let us know. what's up.
Sephora. Let's
Sure.
get it going.
Sure.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at some of the stocks today. I'm going to be watching the SPY. We'll see if we can hold the 470 on pullbacks. A lot of today is going to be what do we get the January effect, right? So one of the things that we're going to be starting going into the next year is I'm going to be really starting to go back to trying to do more swing trades, right? One of the things that we're going to continue doing day trading. We have our YOLO Zunaid down here. We got Ryan trading some options, Spencer looking at some investments, and also taking some trades from time to time. And I'm going to do my same thing. One thing that I will try not to do so often that you guys were starting to see is take more day trades. I'm going to be taking some day trade attempts, but a lot of the times what it's going to be is going to have some risk on the bottom. If we get risked out, we get risked out. If we actually hold towards the return, we're going to look towards that swing trade kind of vehicle. And if we get stopped out, it just turns into a day trade. If we go ahead and we keep moving in the direction of our reward, we're going to change it into that swing trade and try to nail some of these swing trades this year. Growth stock's going to be on watch today. So of course you guys can watch plenty of stocks. Today is one of those days where you should have a list. I definitely think if you don't have a list today, you're kind of in kind of already late to the party. So definitely have your list, what you potentially could go buying if you're a swing trader out there.
Do we want to go through any active trades that we all have on right now? I don't know.
I want to go. I'd like to go through a couple things. You talked a little bit about news, and you hit the Tesla deliveries, which is the big news of the day. Hang on. My birds are excited for the new year too, so they're cheating a lot.
Hey, happy New Year to the birds.
Thank you. The other piece of news that I wanted to mention was kind of a longer term position that I have. I don't have this in any size. I have this because I know one of the people that worked to help bring this stock to market, and it's a kind of like a cancer stock. So ticker GNPX here. There's some news this morning.
Can you share your chart?
Oh, I didn't even share. See, new year, same problem.
Dude, it's okay.
Last year,
Case of the month.
It is what it is. This is basically my whim layout in Pro. And again, if anyone wants help setting this up, I'd be happy to help you. Get at me because this is a really helpful one for me. It saves me a lot of time. But in any case, ticker GNPX. This is a very, very small stock that had some news today. FDA fast tracking a designation for one of its immunotherapy in combination with Keytruda. So, and for treatment of non-small cell lung cancer, which is of course what took my father from me. So this is more of like a personal play to me. It's up on some news today, so I definitely want to see how that trades. I'm not going to be doing anything to this position, meaning I'm not necessarily going to be adding on today's news, and I'm certainly not going to be closing it. I'm going to be holding this for some time. But that is a piece of news out there. I want to see how that actually trades. And on a larger scale, I want to see how some of the other small cap stocks trade, right? This is something that we've talked about quite a bit here. We've looked at the IWM quite a bit. We're about 1% away or a little bit less than that for highs on some of these major averages. And as far as the IWM, we are still in that channel that really goes all the way back to February of last year. So I want to have us actually kind of break out of this channel. And I want to see if we're going to do that this year. I want to see if we're going to do it early this year too. I'm hoping that that's the case, but we just don't know yet. As far as open trades, one of the trades that I did take before the end of the year was I got some SPY calls, hoping for a pop this morning. My entry on that was quite poor. I'm actually down almost 50%. So I look to be able to get some of that back today. Too early to tell if that trade will end up being closed for a profit.
I started clapping, and then you mentioned you were down 50%. I was like, oh, never mind.
Hey, that's how it is. Hey, that's how it is. I mean, especially when you're in an investment trade, you're looking for that long-term horizon. I'm going to be looking for some trades that really start bouncing off. Mentioned in the chat, PayPal, Square. Let's definitely look at some of those. Definitely. I mean, I could go through the list, but the list is really long. It's like 20 odd names here for swing trades today. So what I'm going to do more along is at the market open, we're going to be looking for big reactions either way, down or up. We need to start looking at that. And another thing that I want to point out is I'm expecting a big 1 hour reversal. We could get a huge move down in the first hour of the day and then get kind of a sweep back up. Another thing that I'll be looking for is at the close today during the power hour, let's say during 3 to 4, I'm going to be looking for some big buying to come in to show me also maybe potentially the big boys coming in and having that buying effect. We'll be watching to see what happens. Zunaid, anything on your stock radar today?
Yeah, EV all day, every day. What I'm trying to improve on, one of the things I'm trying to improve on as a trader for this year is to truly look at the themes that are happening, right? Because I think oftentimes I've tried to focus so much on like VWAP and this and that, and it's like I don't play the news and what's going on as much, if you will, which is I know sounds silly, but anyway, what I'm looking at is EVs all day, right? So I've already got Neo, Lucid, XPEV, and I already had Tesla up there. Matter of fact, so we're just gonna move Tesla down here. We're gonna color coordinate them so I know what all my EVs are. But anyway, looking at all of these, I went ahead and put an order out actually just now to buy XPEV at $50.35. And that's simply because, again, playing that whole number, I believe it'll come down and bounce if it needs to and give us at least a couple of dollars. So that's one that I already have a trade out there to buy shares. I don't have them just yet. Taking a look at Lucid. It was based also, I don't know if the January effects is going to play in as much, right? But that's why for the EVs, I'm hoping to play like my Lucids, my Neos, stocks that might end up on Wall Street bets if it, so that's what I'm kind of interested in to see. I will go ahead and take a look at Neo if it can go ahead and clear pre-market highs at the $39 level. So we'll set our alert right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at Tesla. I think it's much higher than, yep. Oh my goodness. Look at that. What a beautiful break here above 1140. I don't necessarily have a decent read on this one. I think if it comes down to maybe about 1140, we can take a look at it. But as you guys know in the chat, I don't play Tesla unless it's typically a Thursday or Friday, just because of the cheaper contracts. My mindset can't comprehend being down 40% on like a $12 option. I just don't do well with it emotionally. And then one last one for me is going to be Neo. Let's see. Neo, I'm going to see if I can go ahead and get it near VWAP right now, which is around $33.06. So those are the main ones. And then we'll also take a look. I believe NVIDIA is close to 3, just a couple of bucks below. Yeah, we'll set an alert here. Again, look at that whole number, even pre-market, right? Like these lines weren't drawn afterwards. You can see that whole number being resistant right there. So I'm going to go ahead and set an alert right below it. That way I can start paying attention to it, and right above it as well. To get into NVIDIA. And if it does, for some reason, get all the way down here, I would look for a bounce near, as you can see, look at that, the 294 area to play a couple of bucks off. So those are the 4 stocks that I'm keeping an eye on, but really going to try to focus in. Of course, if we get unusual options as well, you best believe I'm gonna go ahead and pounce on that and let you guys know what I'm playing.
A couple of trades, active swing trades I've had on since 2 weeks ago. I'll pull them up right here on the screen. Is both very simple and set up, right? Palantir and Zillow. Same idea, right? Buying for some kind of a January effect type rally with the idea to stop myself out at the low of whatever that November/December low is. So for Zillow, looks like the low is I think I have some alerts set. I think my Zillow alert is set at 19. Palantir alert is set at 18. I think somewhere around there. So those are the 2 trades I've got on right now, and we'll be watching them throughout the week. And obviously, it gets below those levels, I'm out, and if it doesn't, I'm not. Very, very simple stuff. So that's what I've got going on this morning. Let's go back to the scanner. But hey, Ryan, did the scanners get like an upgrade over the weekend or the week, or did I
There were some of the improvements that have been on beta for a while were probably pushed to production.
Nice.
To be honest with you, I haven't even used my scanner yet today. Yeah, it looks like they have. So one of the and real quick, just to kind of address that,
Looking
just to
dope.
kind of address that, since you were talking about that, one of the things people were asking for, you see that save load right there at the top?
Heck
People were
yeah.
asking for the ability to save different scanner criteria and load them.
beautiful.
And so that's one of the things that was recently moved over. And that is going to make the interface look a little bit different. But trust me, that's going to be really, really helpful for quality of life, especially if you have multiple different scans that you use throughout the course of the day. You can simply save them and load them now.
Heck yeah. Doing that right now.
Was
I
that
love
what
it.
you meant? Is that what pretty much looked different, Spence?
Well, actually, kind of the whole top looked different. Honestly, like in a good way.
Yeah,
So,
they made it easier to see, easier to read. Yeah, no, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, shout out to Ryan and the devs, man. This man is always chomping on them, and they're working hard to get things done. I don't know how many meetings this man has with them, but I know it ain't.
Yeah,
relaxed.
and this specific upgrade was one of our members, Tom, who is awesome. Also a hockey fan, by the way. This has been really, really near and dear to his heart. So you can actually expect some more improvements coming to the scanner as well. It's going to be a good year, man. I'm telling you, I'm excited for 2022. I'm ready to roll.
Amen.
I'm ready to roll as well. Real fast, before the open, let's do our very first crypto update of the year. I have to find my heat map, though. Here's my heat map. I have not looked at it this morning. We're going to bring it up right now. I don't have my fancy. Here's my fancy little bumper. And what do we got? Okay, wow. It looks like Christmas up in here. We got a pretty good amount of red and green on the screen. So Bitcoin, red, but, frankly, we'll call that flat because, you're down 0.2%, quarter of a percent. Ethereum, good start to the year, up 1.8%. Binance Coin looking good. Terra is looking good. Chainlink is looking good. Uniswap's looking good. Cardano, Solana, XRP, Doge, all in the red by a smidgen, less than 1%, or flat this morning. So this is your first crypto update of the year. And yeah, anyone see anything crazy? I said I would keep an eye on Bitcoin and crypto, like during the long holiday weekends, and I did not really. So I don't really know what Bitcoin and such was doing, last week or over the weekend. It looked like it kind of behaved as normal, so nothing too crazy there. But
I would say there was no really like crazy outsized moves. It was fairly tame for what Bitcoin is.
All right, good deal. Hey, as a reminder, if you want free Bitcoin, all you have to do is download the Voyager app, enter the promo code ZING, ZING, when you open your account. Fund your account with $100, make your first trade, and then they will send you $50 in Bitcoin for free. Again, the offer code is ZING, ZING. All right, it is 9:24. We got 6 minutes until the open, and then we'll have some fun. Keep an eye on the chat as well.
Yeah, speaking of the chat, appreciate all the love you guys show us, man. We do it for y'all. We do it, it's all to kind of teach you guys, help you guys. I know Mitch is starting to, don't you do a segment now or something where you like teach them an indicator or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. Or after 11, we get into a time where we can learn stuff. And then also ask questions, right? Because that's the important part. It's not only just like learning, right? I mean, what I want to teach you, but what do you want to learn? And so if you want to learn a specific topic, whether it be level 2, whether it be indicators, whether it be how to set up charts, whatever it may be, guys, let us know and we'll definitely go ahead. And if I can't answer it that same day, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a research, get us some research, even if it is a PowerPoint, we'll learn that topic and make sure that we nail it down.
And one more thing about that, if you've used level 2, if you've read about level 2, you might still be able to benefit from some of the other ways that we talk about level 2 here. The same for setting up your charts, right? You set up certain indicators, you might see one of Mitch's charts and be like, oh, now I see what he's looking for. I see some of those triggers. And so, just because we've already covered something or because you already know about something doesn't mean that there won't be something productive to get from that. So Mitch, I'm always looking to continue my education. I'm really looking forward to the segment. I'm always trying to make things better and better.
Yeah.
See a lot of returning people from last year. I wanted to mimic what Zunaid said. Thanks everyone for supporting us. We love this. You guys make this possible. Jeff D's, Born to Be Free. Thanks very much. And Born, no problem. We played fantasy. I'm sorry I didn't do so well in fantasy football this year. The team that we did here with the group, I was pretty bad. So I look forward to being better next year. Hope to see you around.
There you go.
I lost in the ship yesterday. It was
at least you made it.
Your championship game.
It was a sad day.
Did
you get something back?
I don't actually know what I get back, Zunaid. I should probably talk to my commissioner about that. I don't remember.
Depends what the payout looked like and all of that.
And then I heard Mitch won his league, so congrats to Mitch.
Oh, sweet,
man! The only way,
money Mitch for a reason.
Hey,
someone mentioned Disney in the chat. Is that
so you guys don't think I'm a liar?
Very nice.
Is that the last place game? No.
Yeah.
You see right there?
You see, started
what my name was?
David Montgomery.
You want to know what my name was?
What is it?
Cup me. Because I'm a big Cooper Cup fan. I know that some people weren't a big Cooper Cup fan.
That's not what Spencer was thinking. Spencer was going another way with that one.
No. I was thinking because you just mentioned Disney, so my mind was there, and I was trying to remember. Shoot, I was trying to remember. I saw like a Disney. I watched a Disney thing about Disney.
You watched a Disney documentary on Disney.
Yeah, I don't remember what I don't remember what it was though. I consumed some form of media last week about like the Disney company, but I forget what it was. So I'm blanking now. But
all right, well, while you figure it out, someone mentioned in the chat, so I went back to take a look at her chart, and I recognized that I already have an alert set for Disney at 154.50. Stop loss would be below 154 break. You can see how the past few days that 154 level has kind of been part of bouncing area, support, if you will. And Disney did have some unusual options last week. But I will say for anyone that's starting, what I'm working on myself is also journaling my trades a lot better. There's so many different things that you can use. But just trying to figure out like, hey, this works, this doesn't work, minimizing your mistakes. Like for me, psychology is a big thing. So having this new year is like the fresh start, just like everyone else, right? The gyms are packed and all of that. For me, I'm trying to, be a better trader in general and stuff. So let's all get better together, ladies and gentlemen in the chat.
You just gave a trade out to let everybody know there. Definitely take a look, guys. What about Planet Fitness today for the new year, new me trade?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Mitch, because
I was go ahead.
Because I was gonna pour some water on that idea, and Mitch is just throwing the idea out there. He's not saying
I haven't done the research, but
we all know that typically January is the best month of the year for gyms as they in terms of new members. But I wonder if that would be the case this year with like half the people, seems like everyone and their mother getting sick with COVID right now, and even if it's not bad, and even if your symptoms are mild or whatever, like if you're sick, are you going to the gym? Or I don't know. I thought about that too, Mitch. The gym trade, but with people getting the Omicron variant, and even if they're not going to the hospital, even if it's not even that bad, who are people going to join the gym? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll back you up with this with another angle. It's already January, right? And we already know the market kind of looks forward, if you will, right? And the market knows about XYZ.
That's true.
I've got a question for you guys in terms of if there's a tool that does XYZ, but we're about to hit the opening bell, so I'll hold that off till later. But good luck. UPST, absolutely, Parker. I'm going to take a look at it as well. This was a beautiful winner for us on Thursday. I think I lost money on this one on Friday, though. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
Oh, well, wait, look at that. We're going to open it in 10 seconds. That's fun.
All right, guys. One thing that I will be looking for is what I call hourly pullbacks. So a lot of people are looking for stocks to go straight up. I'm going to be looking for stocks to actually come back to an hourly support, find some support, look for big bidders to step up there on the level 2, showing me that's exactly what's happening.
Here we go.
Let's rock.
There's our bell.
All right, guys. If you guys got a stock you guys want to take a look at, please let me know, and we'll definitely take a look. All right, going to be looking to get in square here, right out the gates here, trying to get in here. Let's see if I get a fill.
As always, I will bring up my scanner. We will watch the market together.
IMMX halted right off the bat here, 770. IMMX. Let me see what's going on. No position here. Still looking into it. Just noticed it was halted.
Yeah, while you go ahead and have that one pulled up, Spencer, or your screen there. Yeah, IMMX is up about $4, about 116%. That's something else I want to improve on, Ryan, is playing those smaller price stocks. Because I just don't position myself well in those.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's tough, and with the smaller price stocks, they often move around a lot, which is one of the reasons you find me scalping them for small amounts, right? Because I'm not sure if it's going to hold up here, if they're going to let the air out, what's going to happen. So I'm just trying to use technicals to pick off what I can.
Guys, long square.
Yeah,
long square here. Let me put it up on the full screen here. Just took a square here off of this bid here. Saw the bid stepping up there at 62.75. That's exactly where I put out my order. Got filled at 162.74 here, guys. So I'm going to be holding towards a support right here underneath it. The low of the day is what I'm holding out towards, 162.34. We're going to look to see if this can continue going, and that's square for the push.
You've got NVIDIA pushing. All my alerts are starting to go off. Good God, hang on.
Yeah, that's why I reacted to square. I had an alert set there. Here you go. I'll put you up if you want to put up some stocks. I'll be definitely looking for square. This is going to be a little bit longer term trade here, guys. So this is a swing trade already trying to start right out the gates here.
Yeah, and I noticed that we're seeing a little pullback in Tesla here as soon as the market opened. That could just be because we gapped so well. We got a deliveries print number. It could be people taking profit, maybe lightening some of their position in the new year so that they're not going to be on the hook for taxes until next year, perhaps. So definitely want to watch that. Apple right out of the gate here. Big time power green candle out of the gate here. We'll see if that continues as well. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you got a broad-based rally in seemingly everything, with the exception of staples and healthcare. Staples and utilities. Healthcare actually leaking hard. Wow. Let's pull up these.
Just wanted to state 82-cent pop on that Planet Fitness right out the gates.
What's the ticker on that again?
That's PLNT.
PLNT, that's right.
On NVIDIA, I'm going to go ahead and grab what did I just grab? The 305 calls expiring this week on NVIDIA, ticker NVDA. Basically, if it goes ahead and breaks below 300, I'm going to go ahead and get out of this one.
Yeah, healthcare is leaking. Your XLV is now down 1%.
Square trade looking good, almost up 2 points on the name already.
And, Mitch, you were talking earlier about wanting to do better on swing trades or take more swing. That was you, right? I'm not mixing you up with Zunaid.
100%.
One of the things that's going to be really important for successful swing trading this year is identifying the themes and buckets early. And so that's one of the big things that I'm going to be on the lookout for, more so than EMA crosses or Fibonacci bounces, anything like that. I want to find a theme. A general bucket of stocks that look to be high. You guys were talking about solar. It'd be interesting if that actually takes that actually gains some footing here. Solar and EV, those have been hot themes in the past. And while I think there's probably another run in them, be interesting to see if we start that off here early. So that's one of the big things that I'm going to be looking for.
Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lock in half of my NVIDIA right here at 650 just to start off the year with a nice win trade. The rest, I'm going to go ahead and let it ride, but I am going to go ahead and lock in at least half here at $6.50 just sold.
Zunaid, you'd be thrilled to know here with this pop in SPY, I'm only down about 25% now on my option position. So clearly I took a pretty poor entry on that last week.
Yeah.
Was a little bit early. We are getting that pop here, so I'll look to actually close this here instead of giving this back. Remember, if you have trades like that, I think it's important to start the year off on a positive note. Get some green on the screen.
Exactly.
Keep that money. Don't let that trade go red on you. You can always rebuy it. We got a long year ahead of us.
Absolutely. And you are seeing buying in this on the 315 in NVIDIA. You've got about $300,000 coming into ticker NVDA. The 315 calls expiring next week, which is the 14th of January. They're going for about $6. So since I'm already in the trade, I'm going to hold off for now. But that lets me know that the whales are going to help boost us up a little bit.
Looks like we've got our rounding bottom extraordinaire, Neil Hamilton, in the chat here.
What up, Neil?
We need Neil to trade live with us.
EXR. So EXR looks like we're...
Guy loves the rounding bottoms.
He's saying he's giving you the theme. Yo, watch storage space stocks. So Neil, right away, acting on the theme here, if you will, or the bucket of stocks. Much appreciated, Neil. We will keep an eye out for that. Let's build a watch list around some of those stocks here. Neil gave us one EXR. I challenge the group. Come up with some other storage space stocks that we can watch and see what's going on. Nice to see you, Neil. Happy New Year.
Yeah, what's the big one? What's public storage? PS. What is it?
Real quick, while you think of that, I'm gonna go ahead and get out another quarter here.
Spence.
770.
Yes,
out 770 on my NVIDIA. Another quarter. Now I've got 1/4 left on that NVIDIA trade. You can see a nice pop.
Very nice.
Look at Apple. Oh my goodness! If
I've
never
it was sweeping early new intraday highs
in my life. Holy shit. Sorry for any kids that might be watching, but
all right, guys, just looking around. And so one thing you're going to start seeing is a little bit of a pullback. Right now I'm getting a square pullback to the VWAP. We'll see if it can hold my entry here. Might add a little bit to my entry. If it can hold and get right back above VWAP, but I'm going to just keep it right now. Square pushed up there almost to 64.75. So it was up about 2 points. Looking for it to reclaim that 164.50. We'll see what happens. SPY went up right out the gates. We'll see if it can continue making a move on up. It needs to get through 478, I think, to look really strong. And we're definitely getting some moves. Let me take a look at the sectors and industry, what's moving out the gates. Out the gates, you got energy, consumer cyclicals, and financial services right behind that. And then the fourth sector up today is technology, up 0.3 from the gates here. So definitely take a look at that. Financial services having a good day also.
I have an orders. Go ahead.
No, I was
Lucid looking good. Just want to put that on radar.
We talked a little bit about Tesla not long ago. Tesla looked like it was kind of selling off a little bit out of the open. I had just mentioned, I think that might be profit taking. Here we are. That entire dip right out of the open was bought. So, Mitch, you had just talked about instead of trying to chase the stocks that are running, wait for them to come in a little bit before actually taking your entry. Looks like that's the exact thing that we got here on Tesla. We're about 25 points higher than where we actually bottomed right after the open there. So Tesla still looks to be strong. There should be some multiple trading opportunities in this going forward here today.
Lucid, as Mitch mentioned, is now popping over 39. I don't exactly have a position on this one just yet. I'm going to hold off, but I'm glad you went ahead and mentioned, Ryan, that you got to wait, which is exactly why I have an order out there for NVIDIA, the 310 calls expiring this week. Right now, they're trading at 520. I don't want it there. I want it at $4. So I have a limit order out there for $4, basically hoping for it to come down to the 304 level-ish. We'll see if I get it. May not get filled. Regardless, we still have a quarter position left of our 305 NVIDIA calls that are looking pretty nice.
Just setting up my...
I noticed Twitter pulling here. I didn't see any news on Twitter. Does anyone have any idea what's going on out there? I know it's a pull right out of the open.
I also did not
1
see
billion MoPub sale to AppLovin. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
I know they're doing more permanent suspensions for misinformation, and that's rubbing people the wrong way. But I don't think that is the reason for the move today. We'll keep an eye and see if there's anything else that comes up. There, but yeah.
Well, hold on. On the Twitter note, I would note that Pinterest is look at Facebook. Facebook is going the other way here. That's interesting. Pinterest is also down.
Someone mentioned the other day, and I have to go ahead and check it, but if you take a look at Twitter, and I don't know why that part of my chart is not working. Someone feel free to interrupt me if something's going on. Yeah, I don't know why my charts are acting up on TradingView. My apologies. Never mind. Forget what I was saying.
You,
All
you
right,
should apologize. I'm holding that against you, frankly.
my main point was if we go ahead and look at a long-term view of Twitter in terms of, I think it's trading near IPO prices after God knows how long it's been public. And it's just crazy to me.
Yeah. After all that.
You know what I mean? After all that, you're still right back to where you were.
All right. So you guys see Signet this morning? Where's my chart? Let's pull
Yep.
up
SIG, Signet, the jewelry company?
Yeah.
Ripping.
It's ripping this morning. Up 7% now from the open.
All right, Matt says his is lagging on the triple window. Okay, let's go ahead and go to double then. If it's just that issue, we'll try to go here. Let me try it again.
All right, trying to add to my square position here.
Some pickers are just stupid. Whatever.
Anyway, I got SIG. What else I got? BTU on the upside. On the down, I'm looking at it from the open here. On the downside, Wolf, which was one of your big movers today. Astra, ASTR, is one of your big losers, down 6.5% from the open, 7% for the day.
All right, we've got someone ask about Tesla in the chat.
We talked about Tesla like 4 times
yeah,
today.
that's what I was going to say.
Oh wow, but it's looking like it wants 1,200 today.
Yeah, and here I feel like it's a little stretched, right? We always talk about risk reward, and to me, wait for it to come back to about 1150 or so, or maybe set an alert. Hey, if Tesla gets to 1155, grab X shares or calls or whatever you want to do. But it looks like a little stretched here. I would wait for a little bit of a pullback to give yourself the best risk reward possible, and then you can continue going on up. As much as I wanted to play stocks like Neo, look at that, down. Lucid, kind of hanging in there, nothing too crazy.
Yep.
XPEV down. Like even that $50 level didn't even end up being played. So looks like Lucid might be the only one that's doing decent.
Well, Tesla's leading Lucid. Remember?
Yeah. I'm talking about outside of the mother god of being Tesla. Only Lucid. Nvidia, by the way, holding above VWAP, which is what we want to see. Have not gotten filled on the 310 calls, but still doing very well on the 305s. UPST. Oh, I missed this one. Parker, did you get the 150 bounce? I believe he's the one who also talked about it. I missed it. I missed the 150 bounce that would have given us at least $1 or so. And that's all me, Parker. Let's see what Apple's above 180. I mean, look at that, guys.
Yeah.
Look at this 10-minute candle. And Maddie, I know you heard me in the chat, so I won't repeat it. But look at that.
Apple really strong. Apple was the safety trade last year, and it'll be interesting to see if that changes this year. Obviously, given today, certainly doesn't look like it.
All right, guys. I think one good indicator for the market right now is Tesla. Tesla is really pushing.
Yeah.
Let's see it continue to push. It'll probably drag the SPY with it. So that's what I'm watching for right now to see if the SPY is going to start ripping through 478. That's the upside breakout that I'm looking for. We'll see if we get through there.
I'm with you on that, Mitch. It looks like we already tried. Got about 25 cents short. We'll see if we can do it on the second push here.
That's what I'm looking for, guys. That's what's going to get me really bullish.
And as far as the IWM goes, I know I talk about the IWM quite a bit. One of the near-term levels here, 225, right? If we can actually trade above 225 and perhaps build above that level, we might be able to actually make some movement here in the IWM. Something else I'm going to be watching in addition to the SPY.
Yeah, IWM. So it topped out. Everything topped out last February, right? The first month of the year is always important. In a lot of cases, these stocks topped out like the first week of February. I'm wondering, does that pattern continue this year? Do we get another a bottoming action this time around in a lot of these growth names? IWM is stuck in that range, like you said, Ryan. And I watch all the time. I think I'm watching paint dry, but because it just doesn't move. But it is. I do think it's the most important thing. So.
All right, Lucid coming back down. It's going to test the lows looking like. You're getting these swings right now, guys. It looks like you know how everyone was bullish at the gates. It's looking like we're getting a little bit of a fake out to the upside here. We'll see if we can continue back to the upside here. The big thing for me is the SPY holding VWAP right now. As long as that can continue, we're looking decent. But yeah, definitely things starting to test back down. Mentioned in the chat Fisker. Fisker was one that for some reason I missed my alert through 1625. It went all the way up there to 1685s, pulling back here to 1650s. I'm going to be looking for it to come back down towards 1635s or 1625s and then get back up.
I see Igor is mentioning that the banks here are pumping. I'm seeing the same thing, right? Goldman Sachs trading up here. What are we at? About 3% here. JP Morgan up about 2% here. Bank of America was strong out of the open. Wells Fargo was strong out of the open. So 3.5% on Wells Fargo. So banks definitely look like they're pumping early here. The bank trade has been real difficult recently. So I'm actually going to wait on that. I'm not going to jump the gun here on the banks, but we'll see.
Oh, I kind of like that move in Goldman Sachs. I've been looking for this one for a swing trade through 400. Now that you got a big bullish engulfing candle, I would look for about 50% retrace of this candle. You got a $10 move here already. So I would look for about a $5 pullback. We're talking about somewhere between 86 and 87s. We'll see if we can get back there. I don't think it'll get back there. I think you're going to see probably maybe 390s. But other than this, I do like it for a longer term move.
Yeah.
Up
And
there,
in the
back.
And in the chat here, Jay is saying banks strong on bond weakness. BNZNB trading had been calling the banks. The banks are one of those trades. Definitely want to hit it, but it's been tough. It's been
TLT
tough.
trying to take out the daily lows there. So
Yep.
You can see that. Look at materials. Says BNZ trading materials. Let's take a look at basic materials. Basic materials, you got some that are up. Let's take a look here. Coal really leading. Man, these coal stocks. BTU is the coal stock that I'd point out, guys. Take a look at BTU for the day. It was pushed on up there from about below 1050s all the way up there through 1125s. You're talking about an 8% move. So if you wanted to see something that could potentially move, there you guys have it. Looks like inflation trade affecting the coal right now. I definitely take a look at coal and maybe some steel. Let's see if steel starts waking up. Cliff is one that I gave there, and also X. So I like them both. Both charts looking interesting right now for day trades, but I'm going to hold off right now.
And I especially like that steel trade given the infrastructure outlook, right? I think that's definitely going to be in play as infrastructure spending and activity ramps up, which I'm assuming is going to happen this year.
Mm-hmm. You know, anyone seen anything on Signet? Because this thing just can't stop, won't stop. We're now up 11% today in SIG.
Yeah, to me that looks like a short squeeze type of stock.
What is the short interest in Signet? Let's go look in the pro. What do we got here? Anything notable? 7%. Nothing. I don't know, man. It's just ripping off the open for some reason.
So if I was watching Sig move, I'd be careful to see if you get a pile in Fossil. Fossil could get a pile in. Also, Movado could get a pile in. MOV. So look for maybe some laggard play on those if Sig is going to keep moving and keep ripping through. Nice ascending triangle you got on that Sig, and it broke through it. That was that 96 mark. We'll see if it gets pullbacks to 95s.
Folks, big pull here on the market. Big pull on the market. Be very careful. VIX went from 17.25 to 18.14. $2.
Look at that, guys. There's the scary thing that I was warning about. I was worried about this, guys. Whenever I feel that the market, and you can ask yourself this question. Dennis Dick taught me this question, and I try to ask myself it. The market likes to hurt where it can hurt the most, not the least. The most for me was all bullish today.
Yeah, they want it. I think what you were trying to say there, Mitch, correct me if I'm wrong.
Go ahead.
You're trying to say that the market is going to do what hurts the most amount of people. It's going to look for that.
Yeah,
that's why the contrarian trade sometimes works, right? Because everyone thinks it's going to do one thing. It does the opposite, hurts a bunch of people. So we'll see where this settles.
Yeah. I mean, I am on notice in my two swing trades. I was, Zillow and Palantir both getting hit off the open here and approaching my alert levels here. So,
look for those hourly supports to start getting attacked, and then that's where I would look for to see if we can get some holds. So like let's say Lucid, right? You can see on here the hourly, you were in an hourly bearish chart. There's some support that it could run into somewhere here in the 37.93s, so 38s, right below 38s. Look for that to maybe hold on Lucid. But there's going to be a couple of these. I would look at those hourly supports to hold. And then we're going to look for a 10:30 reversal or a 10 o'clock reversal. We'll see if we can get that back in the SPY. But really, what is the SPY doing? It's testing hourly lows. It's still not bearish for me until it cracks those hourly lows. But for right now, it's testing back down there for sure.
If you wanted to go ahead and take a shot at NVIDIA here, you can. The 305s are going for $5 now. Basically, if it breaks below 300, which it may very well do so in about 10 seconds here, but just want to play a $300 bounce, you can grab the 305s going for $4.80. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and grab some here. I'll tell you exactly what my fill is as soon as I get it. All right, I got filled at $4.90. I'm going to risk about $1 maybe on this one. I'll let you guys know as soon as I'm out, profit or loss. What I'd love to see is NVIDIA go back to VWAP, possibly around the 302 area. But what's up, Ryan?
No, it's just the move in SPY. It's like, hey, folks, welcome to 2022. We're gonna go up out of the open, and then we're gonna rug pull 3.5 points in a matter of a few minutes. Welcome, folks. Are we having fun yet?
I mean, I am. I'm not mad. I was looking for this.
I knew you were having fun, bro.
I was looking for this. This is the thing that I was looking for. Not because I want people not to make money, but because I always feel that smart money tries to wash out the retail traders.
Sure.
This to me is a clear example of that. It tries to wash out the day traders right here, all leaning one way. And what do? They wait for bigger time frame charts to come to support. And then you'll see the bids just start stacking in there. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for big bids to start rolling through. I'll let you know if I see anything on the tape.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and exit out of my NVIDIA. I'm out here at $4.50. So I lost 40 cents on that one just because it dipped below 50 cents of 300. Could come very well back in. But for now, I'm out.
All right, guys, financial services still doing good. Energy still doing good. So if you want to look for some positive stocks, I'd probably look for energy. So I'd be looking at Gush having a good day. You can see it already from 89 to 93. Yep. Look for a nice pullback in that. It already got the 5-minute pullback to VWAP. That would have been a perfect VWAP entry there around 91.10s or 91.10s. You could have just attacked that 93 right back on up. Good little pullback there in Gush. And you can look for maybe some other oil players. MRO looking good today. CVX. Let's take a look at Chevron. All trying to do VWAP bounce trades right now.
I just want to say that here come my Weeble alerts. They are flying in now on Palantir and Zillow. So
let's take a look at that Palantir.
Oh, yeah, it's been
the one that I'm concerned about is the SoFi life. How's the SoFi?
I don't know. I don't even look at that.
But he said I don't even look at.
No, I don't look at that. It is. Because I did some tax loss selling the last couple of weeks, and SoFi was like the only thing that was red in my portfolio. But
did you sell it?
No. Come on.
Right. I just was asking.
Did not sell it. But
I was just asking.
But I'm more so concerned with Palantir and Zillow this morning. Although Zillow did balance at 62. Oh boy.
All right, guys, this is a good time where you guys in the chat can call out some stocks for us to take a look. This is a good little break period that I think we're going to have between 9:53 and 10 a.m. This is where I really am going to start paying attention to see if we're going to start seeing the reversals. And the main thing for me is the hourly. So you're going to get a new hourly candle at 10 a.m. I want that candle to start turning green. We see this kind of wick below the hourly support, which is 474.80s. Around there for the SPY. I want to see it actually get back above 475 as soon as that next candle opens, giving us that kind of sweep look on the hourly.
Real quick, I just want to talk briefly about the SPY. We talked about the big pull here. One of the things I'm looking at the 5-minute chart here, it looks like what was this? The after hours session of December 30th. We tried to test that 474 level, and it looks like that was the test that we tried to do today, right? We actually went beneath it briefly, but we're bouncing here. So it'll be interesting to see if we were just testing this level. Could have just been a sell program. Maybe we're just going to test this level and bounce from here. We'll see where we go. The one thing, the VIX definitely looks like that got a little too low, right? We started trading down towards 17 handle. VIX bounced immediately, coming back in a little bit now. So we'll see how long this is actually going to last. But again, one thing to note here, the 474 bounce off SPY. Looks like that's what we were trying to do.
Dude, I am so tired of E-Trade. Is anyone else in the chat have not E-Trading, Trading Views? Anyone else in the chat? If you're on Trading View and if you're lagging as well, let me know. I know, Mark, you said earlier you were having some issues, but like I can't even pull up my charts the way I want.
Oh,
come on!
I know how that
That's
goes.
just another reminder. When you rely on technology, sometimes things happen. It doesn't matter if it's us, Trading View, Thinkorswim, E-Trade. It happens.
And that's why I want to, well, let me just put it this way. If you believe in the short idea, Twitter is coming up against VWAP, and that's why I wanted to show our viewers that if you like the idea of short, going on Twitter is coming against VWAP, it could have been a great risk reward for you. It looks like Park Hers is saying, Trading Views messing up.
Yeah, they're all saying it's
okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it looks like
all
you're
right.
getting a lot.
I was like, I know I paid my bill. I paid the annual. Come on.
All right, guys.
Apple bounced off of VWAP, by the way.
Nice. Definitely, those are the strong ones, right? I mean, those are the ones I look at the market is Apple and Tesla. If those can remain in the green, we can still keep the rally. Why? Because they make up so much of the big indexes. So let's take a look here at the SPY. So this is what I'm calling out here. So we had 3 resistance tries to get through this trend line, right? This is the hourly chart. And then if you look, we had also 3 tries now to break this support here, this 474.87s or 474.80s. I'm looking for a new hourly candle to start holding that 475 on the support. And then we could come back and just rule of 3, take out 478, boom, start pumping. So that's what I'm going to be looking for here on the SPY hourly pullback. We'll see if we can close there, open a new candle above 475.
I was too much of a chicken on my NVIDIA trade. Went down 50 cents. It says Zunaid left. Cool. Now we rock it. And it's up about $1 or so.
It said that you got an alert in your broker too. You're out, so we're going to rock and roll now. I get that sometimes.
It happens.
It's like my broker's poking fun at me at that point.
What a freaking move off the open there. I mean, and we didn't even talk about the banks really, but the banks all popped, and everything is now starting to reverse a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. What was high is what was up is now off its highs, and what was low is now off its lows. And
look for things that had good news to have made a big pullback, and we're looking for the hourly supports to find it and then ride that momentum back. So stocks like XPEV and Tesla would be those 2 stocks that I'd be looking for to find hourly supports and then rocket right back up.
Did Lucid have numbers out, or was that just a sympathy play?
That's a sympathy play. But one of the things that helped Lucid is the price action, right? Zunaid, we've been watching that price action by that 39 and 40 level. Yeah. We know how important it is for the stock. It's as important as night and day for that stock. If it goes below, let's say, the 36 or above to 42, it's going to make the world of difference for those types of traders that are locked in on Lucid.
I just went ahead and set an alert on Lucid. If it gets near VWAP, I'll be identified of it. And I don't know why it gave me that weird alert. But basically what I was going to say was if you wanted to grab some Lucid right here and risk low of day, which is about 37.97, not a bad idea. Matter of fact, I'm going to possibly get back into NVIDIA here. I'm going to go ahead and grab the 310 calls on NVIDIA. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you guys what my fill is here in a second. You can see my alert.
Who's crazy alerts? Is that you?
Yeah, because I had an alert set to buy it at a certain price.
Them later, no worries.
And then
no, I just like I thought because my phone's popping off with my Weibo alerts, but it's
no,
it's nothing on you. Got nothing on
me
you
as well.
Oh my goodness.
Give me a sec, guys. I'm going to tell you exactly what my fill is. I'm trying to get something else taken care of here.
All right, might take a swing trade here on XPEV, guys.
Check Uber. Yeah, I saw Uber was holding up relative to a lot of other growth tech. Uber is in the green today. Lyft is in the green today. Yeah. Cruise ships are strong.
That was surprising to me.
It's not just cruise ships. It's the airlines as well.
Airlines as well, yeah.
Yeah. Let's pull up jets. Right.
Carnival's still pushing out of the open too. It actually looked like it tried to consolidate a bit right around 21. Kept moving up.
I feel like if I had to pick one of the cruise lines, the airlines, and the casinos, I'd go casinos.
Yeah, me too. Without a doubt.
I had to pick one.
I think the cruise lines are going to actually have the better long-term charts. I really do.
If I had to pick one for right now, I was saying, I don't know about long term. I was just saying like right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Tiny Pie. Oh, never mind. I thought you. How is McDonald's doing? Because they faded McDonald's upgrade. That was up on Piper Sandler upgrade this morning. They're fading that one hard today.
Hey guys, next candle just opened up, and what did it do on the SPY? It just holds that 475 so well. I'm actually feeling bullish now. Look how this is the 5. Let's go to the 15. So you see how you get that bottoming effect? I wouldn't want it to break through the low right now of this 15-minute candle. So 474.77s is the risk here. 475, I think, is the main important level really to hold here and see that reversal come back. As long as it can do that, that could just be a fake out that you got on that last candle. To me, this is exactly what I was looking for. So I'm going to start looking for some trades to get long on here.
Okay, I have to start preparing for Benzinga Live, so I am going to hop off here and say goodbye for now. But I'll catch you guys later on the stream for Benzinga Live at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And stay green, everyone. I'll try to do the same.
See ya on the NVIDIA calls at 310s. I'm going to go ahead and get out here. I'm going to get out at least 3/4 of it. Got out at $4.50 on the bid. I'm out. Quarter will let it ride. Break below 299. I'm gonna get out of the rest, but that's another leg. That's a second trade we've taken on NVIDIA. So far, so good. Nice
job, Zunaid. Starting the year off right.
Thank you.
All right, guys, going to look for some pullback here and charge point to get in. Order out at 1925s to get in if I can get this pullback. I don't want to overextend myself, so I'm looking for a little bit of a pullback here towards 1925. We'll see if we get it. Still holding that square, guys. That's a longer term trade there. We'll see if that can continue making moves here.
If anyone took that Lucid idea off of the lows and just saying, hey, the risk off would be below lows, I think we mentioned it around $38.20. You're now at 28, or you're now at 38.60. Since it's near VWAP, I would go ahead and sell half, just lock it in. And now it's pushing a little bit above. But make sure you guys scale out. Make sure you lock in profits. Stop trying to hit home runs and grand slams. Take those singles and let's get those runs.
I mean, it's day one of new year, right? You don't necessarily need to hit a grand slam on day one.
Not at all, man.
Get some. I really think what's especially important for me when especially when I'm trying to identify longer term trades is that if I get ahead early in the year, even if it's minor, even if it's a couple $100, if I'm ahead, my mental state is better, right? I don't feel as if I'm playing catch up right out of the gate, and that makes it easier for me to make better entries and find sectors or themes that are actually moving as opposed to just knee-jerk reactions.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I'm actually looking to see if Lucid can. Here's what I don't want on Lucid, right? Because I don't have a play on this one just yet. I want Lucid to close its 10-minute candle above VWAP, but I don't want it to be at near the 39.20s because then it's already gotten high a day, right? I want it to be kind of like in this 38.60, 38.80 area. If it closes above VWAP, I would go ahead and go long with a stop loss below the 10-minute itself. Or actually, at that point, I would just take the green to red trade. But that's what I'm looking at on Lucid. Still in the NVIDIA trade with the quarter size left.
So remember what I said about Lucid, right? Look for that hourly support to hold, and look what exactly held here. It's holding those hourly charts. I'm telling you right now, I would be paying attention to hourly charts. Why? Because a lot of the longer term traders, let's say the smart money, I think is looking at those hourly charts today versus smaller time frames.
Okay, so let's actually spin that forward here real quick. Jay Rice, I see that you had mentioned XBI reversal. This is interesting to me is because one of the Josh Brown said he thought biotech stocks were going to be big this year. So kind of watch XBI to get in the habit of watching biotech stocks. No position here was as Mitch was talking about the hourly support. I flipped over to an hourly chart here. Looks like that hourly support seems to be at the 112 level. Here we are right about 114. So I'd be interested on your opinion on biotechs over the course of the year. And then real quick, Mitch, the BNZB Trading asking you a question here. Hey, Mitch, what do you think of SLGG for a swing trade this year? I'd love to hear your opinion, Mitch, but I'm going to jump in here real quick. SLGG was my biggest trade of 2021. 5-figure trade for me. Absolutely rocked it early on. I actually still have a little. I rebought some. Just a couple hundred shares. I have an average price of $5.65. So just to give you an idea of where I'm at on my couple hundred shares here, I'm down nearly 50%. But this was all bought with profit. So I'm looking to hold this for the rest of the year. The thing that's interesting to me about SLGG is there's talk about this being a metaverse play. And I think if that takes off, you might see some good trading opportunities in SLGG, but it might be too early for that.
Yeah, so one thing that's holding SLGG back is and really I think Zunaid actually knows a lot more about this is how is esports and coming back for, let's say, in-person tournaments. It's still kind of in the realms, right, Zunaid?
Yeah, it's still up in the air. And it's interesting you mentioned that because I literally have a call about if we're going to be, possibly doing in-person stuff or not in February. But you've got COD who's already kind of having issues with no events happening just yet. So I think everything's kind of up in the air, but a lot of leagues may have their people make sure you have the booster and things like that. So I think I think there's a lot of quote unquote pressure and wantingness to be back in person, especially if Omicron is not as lethal as, typically may have been thought. I would not be surprised if we had at least a couple of in-person events, whether it's with Halo, COD, the league, all that good stuff there. So that's my insight on it.
Is it your sense that if we get a couple of those and they're successful, that will kind of build some momentum with everyone else that might be trying to do in-person?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, because the way you see it is, oh, hey, here are the protocols that Call of Duty went ahead and followed, and here's how they did it. Here's what they did well. Here's what they didn't do well. And then you adjust on your own, logistical and protocols and health board and all that stuff, right? So yeah, absolutely, no question about it.
Okay.
I would expect us to see a bunch of in-person events, assuming there is no variant that is more lethal with, everything going on, for sure.
Okay, well, that'll be something to watch in terms of actually trading some of these. Find any headlines about that or anything like that. Maybe we can come up with some sympathy trades for that. I see Rocket being mentioned in the chat. I wanted to take a quick look at it. Looks like we're trading up out of the open here, but this is really kind of still stuck in kind of a rough downtrend. Here, let me see if I can. Oh, Mitch, can you pull up my screen by chance?
Yeah, by all means,
real fast.
Got you up.
So this is basically what I'm looking at here. Until this downtrend actually breaks, this is going to be a no touch for me. I do like this company. I do think that better days are ahead here. I think you could actually see some really nice moves in this name as well. But really, until this downtrend is broken, I'm just going to wait this out. I don't believe there's any news. Yeah, I don't see any recent news on this one, but definitely one to watch. Let's wait for a sentiment reversal here. Jay Rice saying, believe it or not, IWM leading today. Well, Jay, that's great. Let's see if that's still the case at the end of the day, but I'll take it for right now, my man. I'll absolutely take it.
The 10-minute
big move at IWM there.
Go ahead, Mitch.
No, you can go first. Go first.
I was going to say the 10-minute candle in NVIDIA, we've got about a minute 30 left. I'm hoping for it to close above VWAP is what I really want, especially if we can get over 303. We've got about a minute 30 left. So need about 50 more cents on it to do that. But that's what I'm looking on to see if I want to continue holding this because I don't want it to be below VWAP and it heads its way towards 300. That is something I do not want. Close above 303 on the 10-minute is what I'm looking at.
That's NVIDIA, right?
Yes, ticker NVDA.
Yep. Yeah, we got that here. Looks like you're consolidating here. I'm I'm trying to approach this from having no position, objective third party, if you will. Looks
Yeah.
like kind of consolidating here between 302 and 303. And here we are now. It looks like we're popping above 303. What did you say you wanted? You wanted this to build?
I wanted the 10-minute to close above 303. So we're flirting. We're flirting for sure.
All right, let me put Zunaid up here. So I'm looking at charge point. I might get in here, guys, for a swing trade and charge point. This is one that's on my list. Remember, I told you guys, have your list ready. And for me, this is definitely one of those. So I'm looking for this pullback here to get in, but I don't want to overextend myself. Looking for it at VWAP or below VWAP here. We'll see if we get in.
Yeah, you've got the chart up. Yeah, this is what I'm looking at right here. This 10-minute candle wanted to close about. We've got about 15 seconds left. It'll be fun. We're 50 cents away. And I've got your charge point here to the right as well.
All right, making multiple bottoms there. It just bounced off the VWAP. I might get 10 cents higher here. Going to go up towards 1940s here. We'll see if we get in and get that push.
On NVIDIA, that 10-minute, it did half of what I wanted. The first request I had was close above VWAP. It did that. It did not close above 303, though. But regardless, still looking okay. I like it. We're in the money. So let's see if we can squeeze a little bit more. I would love for it to come back and test 305, 307s, which is session highs. Someone says they bought NVIDIA. Cool. Make sure you know where you're going to get out, Garan. If you're going to make sure you know your risk. If it's below VWAP, if it's below 300, make sure you know your risk.
All right, guys, just got in there on charge point there. 19, let's see, what's the average? 1940s. So 1940s is the average here, guys. So this is an hourly chart trade, guys. So we're looking for a swing trade in charge point. We need the hourly support to hold. So that's another thing to understand, right? If I'm trading off the hourly and the hourly support breaks, I'm getting out of the trade. But if the hourly support holds, I'm going to look for it to take out the resistance and turn into a daily swing type of trade. Then we start looking at the daily for reward targets. Where are potential targets? First target's going to be up here towards 2025. And then from that point, we're going to look for another extension on up towards 2217. From here, you're looking at a move about 15% up for the max profit. We'll be looking for that charge point to start pushing on up. And eventually we can maybe even hold some shares to let it keep trending on up. But charge point is one that I'm looking for to catch a bid.
If you believe in the short idea in the SPY, your risk reward is looking pretty good right here. If you wanted to take it right above VWAP, you can go ahead and get out. But SPY is approaching VWAP on the 10-minute here for me on TradingView. If you wanted to go short, not saying you should, not saying I am because I'm not. I'm just calling things out in case folks wanted to play it one way or another.
Just going, kind of catching up through the chat here. I see someone's mentioning QS a bunch of times. Not sure what you want to look at here. Stock has about $1 range today. I don't see any news on this. We're kind of consolidating here in between 22 and 24. Looks to be a level that we've spent a lot of time in. We kind of gave back all of the gains in the recent pop here. I don't really see anything notable on this. If you have something, let us know. I know you had asked that a couple of times. I don't really see anything here though. GNPX, this is one that we talked about earlier. This thing is continuing here. No chill for GNPX. Really just not even really any pullbacks. Just really, really strong day today.
So QuantumScape, I see a longer term hourly bear pennant that it needs to reverse out of it, right? Or you could call it a descending triangle if you wanted, and depending on where you're calling the flag. We'll see if this can get back on up here. For me, I had an alert set for above 2350s. So until it gets to 2350s, I'm not bullish. And then that would break the pattern. And that's why I'm looking for 2350s. But I understand why you're taking a look at it. Believe it or not, this is one that's on my chart here, on my stocks to watch. So it's to watch today. But it needs to get above that 2350 with some good volume to show the reversal. And why is it on watch? Because it's a battery play. Of course, these could come into play with EVs. I do like the daily support, and we'll see if it can keep holding QuantumScape.
JD is letting us know more about the trading view. I agree. I agree with you there, because every time I go from the 10 minutes to the 5 minute, the 5 minute doesn't work, but I go back to the 10 minute and it works perfectly fine. On NVIDIA here, again, taking a look at the 10 minute. I like it. I like these buyers that have come in to make sure it didn't go below 301 so far. But again, I want to continue. I want to make sure that every single green candle on that 10 minute is a higher high, keep pushing. And I want the wicks to be there in terms of buyers stepping in. So far looking pretty, but we still have about 5 minutes left to go. We'll see how things play out. And again, if you guys are in that NVIDIA trade with us, please start locking gains in along the way. Do not try to hit home run just because you saw Billy Bob on Twitter have a 300% gainer. I promise you, Billy Bob has been eating ramen for the last year, and he finally hit one. Yeah, Billy, I don't know. BB is what we call him back in the hood.
There has to be some backstory to that. We will save that for a different time.
All right, guys. Good day trade alert here. Day trade alert for Tesla. I love it right here, guys. If I was taking a day trade today, I would be trading Tesla right now off the VWAP third touch. I always talk about how when you get this attempted to go through VWAP 3 times, wait for that third time and look for that reversal to come. We got an attempt here to come back towards it one more time. Then from that point, I would start going long right off the VWAP. I'd be looking for at least kind of these 9 EMAs to hold. You see the 9 and the 50 right close to it, right underneath it, and then look for it to take out that last candle high. We'll see if Tesla gets moving here, and this could help the market overall just start pushing. How's Apple looking here? Do we got a breakout look here? Okay, looks like a bottoming look here at 2350. 239.50s. We'll see if it can take out a trend here and kind of come right back on up through the VWAP through 24.50s, and then I can see wrong chart there. That's why I was like, why does this not look like Apple? My keyboard's giving out on me.
Oh, that's not good for
no, definitely
January
not good.
3rd.
So yeah, look at Apple holding strong, right? So that to me, if Tesla could break out, I think it'd take the SPY with it, and we can start seeing the lift here that we're gonna need. So to me, the SPY, remember that 475. Look how good we held it on a 5-minute chart. That to me was perfect. If you would have been attacking hourly low supports today, you could have got some great entries today off the hourly chart. And so you look at the hourly chart, you attack those hourly supports, and you hold towards the next hourly support. You could have been in great green positions right now. This is kind of that reversal type of trade.
You've got a few folks in the chat talking about TD Ameritrade having issues and TV as well. Trading View is working fine for me if you're on the 2 panel, right? So not the 3, like Matt mentioned. He went ahead and had issues as well. I just moved to the 2 panel. It's working okay for me in the 10-minute. NVIDIA, by the way, approaching the 150 level where I have an alert. It looks a little extended to me, so I'm not going to get in this one on those stocks there. Guys, I tried to be fancy, and I set up this monitor back here for like this monitor back here pretty much only has SPY, Qs, and
VIX.
VIX. I was gonna say VMix. This was not a good idea because I'm over here just about to break my neck trying to look back at this one.
Is that a homemade wedding ring?
No, it's no, it's just like a bracelet that I just wear.
I was like, is there more news that wasn't getting broke here that I'm not aware of?
No. We're saving the money instead of a ring in the markets, just in case. No, not at all. But this was a horrible idea. I thought I was going to be like a badass, but no, this is horrible.
I thought I was going to be a badass. There's your quote of the year so far from Zunaid.
Put that on a t-shirt. Can you imagine a dude walking around with a shirt that says, I thought I was going to be a badass?
You know what's funny? I love t-shirts that have funny sayings on them. I got one a couple of years ago that I was absolutely in stitches about, and I'm too afraid to wear it. I love it so much, but I'm too afraid to wear it. I should show it to you guys. I should show it to you guys. See what you guys think.
Show it to us. Wear it. I think it's fine. What's the worst that happens? JD said, so yeah, you have my Twitter. Send me your setup, man. I'm always looking for great ways to. Oh, you know what I am proud of? Someone interrupt me. I went ahead and got this like a couple of years ago, and I found it. Actually, here, let me see where my StreamYard is so I can see it live. There you go. I don't know if you guys can see it, but on my window there, you see that sign? It says Wall Street. Yeah. I've
I
had
like
that
it.
for like a couple of years, and I was like, I should put this up. And I was like, you know what? We'll do it at the start of the year. So
Over your right
new
shoulder,
year, new decorations, baby.
over your right shoulder, is that a gigantic bottle of water or hand sanitizer? Your answer is important.
It's water.
That's a
Okay.
gallon, baby.
It's a gallon of water. And so again, new year, new me, baby. We got the Wall Street. We got this monitor that's gonna break my neck, but at least I'll be hydrated. So
Zunaid, the one thing that I noticed there is you're going to be moving like this a lot. That's going to help work some of those. I don't know if it's going to break your neck. Just do it slowly, right? Do it methodically, warm it up, get some massage there. You'll be all right. We're going to work.
Can you imagine if someone in the chat is like, the VIX is popping? I'm like, where? Nvidia, by the way, that 10-minute candle, nice wick where the buyers came in, is going to now close above 303. I like it. AMD approaching 150, too extended for me. I'm not going to get in the trade, but real nice moves there. Let's see what's going on with that Tesla that you talked about. I like it. If it can hold that VWAP, which is near 1148 for me on the 10-minute on TradingView. Look at those wicks, though. I don't think I've seen that many wicks on Tesla. Maybe I'm just rusty today, but look at those wicks on both sides.
Yeah, it just shows you what volatility. One thing that this does coexist with is a 5 and a 15-minute pattern. So look for that to kind of hold also and give you that signal that, hey, 15-minute breakout, 5-minute breakout, 1-minute breakout. We'll see what happens here. SPY holding well after that 15-minute kind of touch there to the 475s. That's what I'm going to be continuing to watch. We'll see if these can kind of hold. One thing that I do want to mention, though, airlines having a good day today. If I can get my L to work here, as you guys can see me smashing it. American Airlines having a good day today, up there towards 19, and also cruise lines having a good day today. I think personally what you're starting to see is that I think and I might be a little early in this, but I think you're going to see kind of a really bad COVID time in January. It could be probably the worst, but I think after that, you're going to see a quick reopening trade. Why? I just feel like we're finally getting towards that point where enough people are getting COVID where it's just going to start lowering down the risk and like the concern from the consumers. If let's say if 50% of the population gets it, 60, 70% of the population gets it and has gone through it once, there's going to be a lot less concern, I think. And that's what I'm watching for in these airlines and cruise stocks. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you've got Jets ETF looking nice here. The airline ETF.
Yes.
And you've got folks that went and hung out with family on Christmas. And you've got folks that hung out with, friends and family for New Year's. And then, so they're definitely going to come back. We should see higher cases here in the month of January. I'd be very, very, very surprised if they weren't. But Mitch, it might be time to get a new keyboard and have it deducted at the end of the year for taxes.
Got to do what you got to do, right?
That's how you know you're an adult. When you spend time, I kid you not, on my desktop, I have a folder called tax deductible expenses. And it's like, man, this is really what my life has come to, where I'm like saving my receipts, making sure I get my deductibles. I'm like, man, this is when you know you're old. Right, Nvidia, real quick, Nvidia coming down to the 301 level. That 300 is what I do not want to break. So I'm hoping for a bounce here at 301. Let's see if we get it.
All right, looking good for you in that NVIDIA. I like it, actually. Why? Because it held hourly support, guys. If you look at the NVIDIA, it went down right to that hourly support around 293.93s. And where did we go to? We went to a low of 294.11. So around that 294, I would say is the support here that keeps holding on NVIDIA. And I would look for a move back up as long as it can hold, pulling back here towards the 300 and then getting right back up through the hourly high. You got 307.11s.
Yep. JD's has the same. Yeah, man, I've got a folder that says, expenses. Oh, since it's the new year, and Ryan, I don't know if you have it or Mitch, if you guys have it on yours. Mm-hmm. But folks in the chat, learn more about mark to market, especially if you're going to try to do this for a living, right? And if you're going to try to make sure that you don't have to deal with wash sales and all of that. We're not experts here. I 100% am not, but do some research on being a mark-to-market trader. Talk to your tax professionals and whoever else, and see if it makes sense for you guys. And I say you, I mean generally in the chat, but yeah.
All right, Daniel asked me to take a look here at Lemonade insurance stock here. Take a look at the hourly chart. That's what I'm paying attention to right now. Hourly charts to me stand out the most, and at least pattern wise. I would draw a trend line from this high here, drawing it around here. You can see these multiple highs that we keep running into. Highs here, highs here, highs here, high here. So 44 on the upside is the number to look for it to break out. For me, until it breaks that, it's not bullish. It's kind of stuck in this bearish trend. It needs to actually get out of this bearish trend for me to think it's bullish. And that's around when we get really above that 200-day moving average, which is at 45.36. That's where this is really going to start looking bullish. But it's not a bad one to take a look at. I do think Lemonade has some kind of competitive advantage in the insurance game. But the question is the brand out there enough for it to really start taking over some of the leaders, like let's say Geico, State Farm, and things like that?
Voodoo, that's funny. I'm not repeating what you said, but that's funny.
All right, let's keep going. Let's see what other stocks are moving out here. Tesla, did we catch a bid at the support at the VWAP, or are we going to break through the VWAP? I think this is very vital for the stock. If it comes back on up here, I think you're going to have that breakout look. If it breaks here, I think you're going to have that breakdown look. We'll see what happens. Let's take a look at the SPY. How are we trading on the SPY? On the SPY, I want to take a look at the 5-minute holding VWAP there. Looking good here. It could just take out the daily high. And if it takes out the daily high, it could start getting bullish. We wouldn't want to see it get below the VWAP and start trying to take out that 475 again.
Disney. Ooh, look at Disney. Did not get in this one, but my goodness, because my alert didn't go off and because it didn't dip as much. But look at Disney. Session highs now at 157.32. Consolidated here.
I love this one actually for a longer term swing trade. Definitely one that's been forgotten and could have a good day. Square starting to come back for me, guys. You guys know I'm in this one, and I'm looking for this one to kind of close above 165 for the day. That would give me a good look. And then once we get through 170, I do think you're going to get some bullish traders to jump on Square. I'm jumping on a little bit early here into the hourly trend, but we'll see what happens in Square. And if it can come back on up and take out 169 today, that'd be amazing. Charge point pulled back a little bit further than I wanted it. I could have got it a little bit cheaper. You guys could have got that 1925 that I wanted to talk about, or 1915s. It actually went down towards 1910s. We're going to look for charge point to take out the daily high. The daily high today is going to be up towards 1967. That will show me that this swing trade is looking good, baby. We'll see what happens.
Cleveland Cliffs, CLF, new highs there as well for the session, 22.48. Farmer Jim. What's up?
Yeah, I can't put an L. If you guys remember, Cleveland Cliff was the one that I talked about really early when we were looking at coal and basic materials. And look how this one kind of went up, came down, up, came down. When you reclaim VWAP, always look for a little push above and then look for the volume to come in on that pullback. Right here, you get a little bit of a push of the volume. And then that kind of gives you the signal, hey, maybe we kind of reversing here. You see detrending, detrending, detrending. Right here, you start seeing that increase of volume. The volume starts increasing, showing you that divergence of price from the reaction of the volume. And you can see right here, it adds up to right here on that reversal. And then the volume starts coming up, taking the stock up towards the highs.
To me, Mitch, what happened there is, as you said, you reclaimed VWAP there, right? So there's like a small green candle there. You reclaimed VWAP. You had a little bit of that momentum, push the stock higher. What's most important to me is that it came back in and retested that VWAP in short order. Because if you look at that, not only did it hold that, but look at how it bounced. It just kept moving. And you already outlined that the volume started to pour in after that hold already happened. And now we continue to trade higher there. That looks like a setup that's good. That's a repeatable setup that you're going to be able to trade a lot. That's one of the reasons why a lot of traders use VWAP. Reclaim that after being beneath it, test it and hold above, and look where we are now.
And so we always look at relationships, right? Another relationship I called out was X. Look how it does the same, very similar chart, right? And so up, below, up, above VWAP, below VWAP, up, above VWAP, below VWAP. Then we get up above. And what do? We claim it again. So we're showing you the same setup, similar thing, right? Volume decreasing, right? Decreasing, decreasing, decreasing. You're going to look for an increase when you reclaim that VWAP. Look how that volume increased right when we started reclaiming that VWAP.
Yep.
That's what you're looking for, guys.
Exactly. Good stuff, Mitch.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we all need to learn, and we need to kind of look for examples of patterns that are repeatable. And then one thing you can do is you just saw how that was traded, right? On two charts very similar. You could literally grab those charts and then just start tracking that. Where do I see this happen often? Above, below BWAP, then hold BWAP on that third, volume increasing, I'm going to go long. That's how you can start building up a strategy. Like always, guys, we're not here for investment advice. We're here for educational purposes only. But I hope that you guys can learn from us as we make, whether it be green trades, red trades, or even just talk about patterns out there. So definitely smash the like if you guys are enjoying this. I need to see how we're doing on the like game. How you guys doing out there? We want to keep going, guys, past 11. We're getting towards that 10:30 time where Zunaid and Ryan will soon be wrapping on up here. But it's day one in the market, so we'll see if they can stay a little bit longer. But like always, they got other things to do.
Yeah.
Full-time jobs here at Benzinga, yet still live trading. This shows you guys out there that you guys can do the same.
Absolutely. And don't feel that in order to be successful that you need to be staring at the screen 100% of the day. Oftentimes watching every single tick will cause you to make incorrect moves or have your emotions get out of control or anything or something like that. So don't feel that you need to do that. Some of the best traders I know are done even before the market opens. By contrast, I don't like to trade before the market opens. It doesn't work for me. So there's multiple ways. There's multiple ways to be successful at this. We're trying to teach a process. We're trying to teach you from the lessons that we've learned so that you can stand on our shoulders and take your career to the next level. So,
all right. So this is NVIDIA. I know that Zunaid's trading this, but I just wanted to show you guys how you guys can be looking at multiple time frames. So you can see this on the 5-minute, looks like a flag pattern, right? 1 minute, kind of that flag pattern, 15-minute flag pattern, hourly. What does it look on the hourly? Longer term flag pattern, right? And so as long as it's kind of holding this 300 level, that level is important on 4 time frames, showing us how important that level is for it to break on the downside or upside. And so when you can find those kind of levels where it literally coexists with multiple time frames, that's going to really give you a higher conviction in your trade, especially like, let's say this is a long pattern and you're long in it.
I'm just scrolling through the banks here, Mitch. All of the banks look to be trading up here. JPM up 2%. Goldman Sachs up 3.5% here. Wells Fargo's up. Bourne was shouting it out earlier. Bank of America is exploding higher.
Look at this daily on Bank of America.
Yeah.
There's 2 charts I gave to look for: GS, BAC. Those are my favorite banks. I've seen them. I've seen them throughout my trading career, and I could say from, let's say, 2016 on, these guys kill it. These guys kill it. When they do well, they do good. So that big candle is exactly the kind of candle we were looking for in Bank of America. And then if you look at Goldman Sachs, another big candle, right? Last time we got a big candle like this, you got to be looking for it. And you can go back, and it's probably this big candle that you had on July 20th. And ever since that big candle, it pushed on up, went to another consolidation. We're going to look for another push on up through the consolidation, which is 420 on this move for Goldman Sachs. Of course, this is an interest-related move as people look for financial services to get a lift, as interest rates are looked to get a hike. Of course, this hike could not come possibly in Q1. It could be looking more at Q2 and Q3, but definitely you're seeing some people take the trade.
Yeah, absolutely. And I see C here also being mentioned in the chat. C trading up in the same thing we were just talking about with some of those other banks. I'm sorry, Zunaid, go ahead.
You're good. You're good. I was just going to someone's talking about UPSC in the chat. I'm having a tough time with this one because it's above VWAP, but it's not over the red to green line, aka the previous close. So you could nibble at it a little bit, right? So maybe take 1/4 starter size here, but a stop loss would be maybe below 148, if you will. But I'm not the biggest fan of it. I do like the fact that it's over VWAP, but still kind of fighting that 150 level. And then you've got the previous close above it. It just seems like a lot of hurdles here. So maybe small size if you're going to try to play this one for the long side.
Agreed. To me, on the hourly, looks very bearish. To me, it has to get back to 160 with good volume. Then you got another resistance you're going to run into around 165s. There's multiple highs here. Just be careful. definitely some resistance above it. That's what Zunaid's looking at. See, also he sees a lot of resistance that needs to go through, and so to me, I would look to see a bigger move on the upside before I jump into Upstart. But like always, you can always make your own investment advice. Upstart is one that is in an area that you gotta see it come back first. But we'll see what happens. I mean, there's a reason why I was looking at PayPal and stocks like that, because I was looking to see if they were going to catch long-term kind of oversold support here. PayPal also having a good day. You guys can take a look at that one. That's the one that I would also trade with Square, but I got into Square, so I'm going to keep the Square trade, but look for PayPal also to have a good day too.
If you want to go ahead and risk $1 on Apple, I'm going to go ahead and grab the 182.50 calls expiring this week. Just go ahead and stack some at $1.47 on Apple. Again, I will be risking $1 on the trade. If you're going commons, it's $1. If you're going options, you're probably going to risk about 50%. So please do what you will with the information. But that's the trade that I just went ahead and took. Apple 182.50 calls, got them for $1.47.
All right, Square looking good now, guys. I'm up over 2 points, and it's starting to push towards the high of the day. So I'm feeling confident in that swing trade for Square. Now we would want to see it hold the VWAP as it starts taking out this high. We'll see if it can take out that high and continue moving on up. Next level for me on the first sell, we're looking for a push through this 160 area, 170s. We'll look for our first sale in Square, and then we can look for a big push on up there towards the 200 area. That's what I'd be looking for in Square. We'll see if we get it. Lucid puts when it hits 40, watermelon slice. Get that watermelon. Let me take a look here at Lucid. For me, it's been trying to break out on the upside. It actually looks interesting here. What does it do? It comes back to hourly support around that 38.18, wicks twice through there, then holds it as a reversal. I'd be looking for Lucid to try to take out the 40s. But for entries, I would be looking for pullbacks closer towards the VWAP, which is around 38.60 here. Wouldn't want to get extended up towards 39 unless you're willing to hold the risk at that 38.60. All right, guys. It's getting towards that 10:36, 10:40 time. We'll see if the SPY can continue holding. It did hold that hourly pullback after that really fast action to the downside that we were concerned about. So we'll see if it can hold the VWAP here and continue pushing back on up. If you do get a breakdown of the VWAP, be careful for taking out the lows, and we'll keep on watch for all these stocks. Let's take a look at the sectors that are up on the day. We talked about energy early. Energy up 2.3%, man. There's some big boys moving in oil today. Let's take a look here. RIG, good looking stock there, $3 stock there. If you guys like some cheaper names, look at RIG today. Nice move there, about 10% move. You can look at REI, Ring Energy, making a nice move, 10%. There's a couple of these PED.
I got one for you too here that kind of fits into this sector. MTRX. Matrix Service. They build they build storage tanks for liquid natural gas. And so this is one of those thing behind the thing trades for energy. Really kind of a nice chart here. We kind of bottomed out here. I think we can make it back to 10 fairly easily, and maybe we can actually break out from there. So I have no position in this. I'm actually still going to do a little bit more due diligence here and look at this, but MTRX, that's an interesting one. And shout out Jeff Dees, you were saying XLE pretty much all day today. Also notice Rodrigo in the chat. What's going on, Rodrigo? Happy New Year to you. You were mentioning AVCT. That looks like that's consolidating here between 2 and 250.
Yeah, Happy New Year, man.
AVCT. AVCT.
Gotcha. I know which one that was.
Alpha Victor.
Daily consolidation, not bad, right? One thing you want to see when you have these cheaper names is some consolidation near the top of the price range, not the bottom of the price range, the top of the price range. So what do we need? We need closes towards the top. That's exactly what you see on this stock. Top, close to the top, close towards the top, close towards the top. So that's what you want to see. Today, I would look for a move above 250. That's going to be eventually the big breakout point. But what are you getting? You need to see if you've gotten through kind of that rule of three, and you can see that breakout eventually coming, right? And so to me, I got in one push up, a pull back, another push up, a pull back. Now you got another push back. As long as it can hold a pullback and then come back to take out the 250s, that's what I would be looking for. Because you get the third high, you want to create an establishment of support and then look back for that 250 breakout. We're even going to put an alert here for you at 260. If it ever goes through that 260 or the 250, I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, and I think after that spot, 275 is going to be your spot. That should mark the top of the top of the second candle that your trend line hits.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, right there. That should be 275 right at the top there. Perfect.
Yep.
That's going to be your second spot if we do break out from 250.
We'll see if we can get into this price region and get into there with AVCT. This one did have that news, though. I remember seeing the news catalyst with it also. So keep on watch there, guys. Definitely.
Rodrigo's sharp. Rodrigo's a sharp guy. He's got his ears to the street. So when he talks about tickers, we're definitely going to bring him to you here. Thanks a lot, Rodrigo. Happy New Year again.
Of course. All right, let's go ahead and let's take a look at what's moving up here. Semiconductors doing well today. TSM. Look at this price region I had drawn out. Was looking for this stock to continue and having a strength move. Look at that. Look at that. When did we draw this?
Yeah,
we drew this
nice
on
move.
the 15th. December 15th, guys. We've been looking for this move to get into this price region box. Exactly what we got. This is why I like to draw these box out, guys. I'll tell myself, if I see the stock get back into that price, I'm going to be bullish on these semiconductors. There you guys have it. TSM showing really good strength today. Not a bad move. MRAM. Oh, look at this one. Nice little push off their trend line. 11 support pushed up through 12 today. Look for a pullback of 12 to hold. Pullback of 12, right back on up there towards 1250. We'll see if this one can hold VWAP on pullbacks. This is MRAM. I definitely keep this one on watch.
That one also is one that will occasionally appear on scanners. I'm looking at the 5-minute chart for the past several days, and there are some pretty big volume sticks that also correlate with a pop in the stock price. And I think that those types of moves are putting it on the scanners. So you might actually get some day trading opportunities here. The more volume there is, the easier this is going to be to trade.
All right, looking for some other big movers here. RESN having a good one. That's a $1.83 stock, up about 7%. TSM, we already talked about it. Here's another kind of parabolic mover when it wants to get going is LEDS. Be careful with this one. I'm going to really quickly let you guys know this one has very low float, and when it moves, it has a tendency to spark. But you got to be careful because of that low float. You could get caught. AMD having a good day, bouncing back. That's a good chart for me. I'd be looking for AMAT. What's going on in AMAT? Let's see if it takes out 160 today. Had a nice pullback. We'll see if it can take out the 160. Nice hourly pullback on that one. And I'm telling you, those hourly pullbacks today, they did beautiful. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys start wrapping on up here towards 1040s. We're almost towards that 1045. If you guys smash the like button for us, we'll keep going through 11. We need at least 400 likes. We're at 224. We've been over 700 people watching today. So do us a favor. Take a second and hit the like.
Yeah.
All right. So real quick.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I was going to say, let me just give my closing thoughts here because I do have to head off and help some of my teammates out. I just noticed that Amazon has really been popping over the past couple of minutes. That might be something to take a look at here. But on a larger note, we talked a lot about the SPY. The big things that I'm going to be looking for, especially this week, right? I'm going to be much less focused on day trades. If one appears, great, but I want to figure out what the next hot theme or sector is going to be. I want to see where money inflows are going to be. I want to see where the averages kind of look like technically. We talked about the IWM. Love to see that the IWM is up today. I believe someone earlier said that was leading us earlier today. That's awesome. I'd love to see that. I want to see us get above 236 and break out and hold it. That's going to be a couple of weeks away, it looks like. But I do want to see how it trades. Trading really nice today. I want to see this continue. Same is true for SPY. Now, my big thing here is that I think that value is going to outperform growth this year. That would be my larger macro picture. We'll see if that's correct. If that's the case, we might have some slow, steady moves in the SPY. I want to see where we are. If we take these highs out, do we immediately pull the rug? Do we continue to kind of melt up or trade up? I want to watch for that dynamic before really kind of taking a bigger, new swing position. Cannabis market doing really well. Where did Mitch go? Okay.
Gotcha. I was just drinking some water while you
Gotcha.
talking here. All right, Zunaid, you want to go ahead and wrap on up? Let us know what happened today, what you did, man, and how you're going to go ahead and trade moving forward in 2022.
Absolutely. So NVIDIA, we've had 2 trades on NVIDIA. Both of them were very profitable. We still have a quarter leg left in the second of it. On the second trade that we took, break of 300, we go ahead and get out. You can see I've got a little trend line drawn. I'm hoping for that to hold, most importantly, in March its way on to 307s. We'll see if it does that. We're also in Apple. I went ahead and got the 182.50 calls for $1.47. If it goes ahead and breaks 180, I will go ahead and get out of this. So I'm risking $1 there on the commons. I'm risking about 50% on the options there. And lastly, I will say this. We've talked about New Year stuff. Something else that I want to incorporate is taking a walk. So every hour, I go ahead and try to take about 10 minutes or so a walk. So as soon as we get done here, I'm going to go walk around for about 5-10 minutes at my place and just try to get more steps in, man, because we're working all day. We're on our butts and staring at our screens and, get your water, get your ass out get yourself off your whatever.
No, it's really good advice. I do the same thing. Got to stand, got to get blood flow, got to walk around, get blood into the legs.
Yep.
If you do any job where you sit all day, it's really, really important that you get up and walk around. I think that's really good advice.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Smash that like.
All right. Thank you guys for coming in here. Like always, guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Like always, smash the like if you guys enjoyed Zunaid and Ryan sticking with us. And we'll see you next time, guys. Appreciate you.
Take care, everyone.
All right, guys, we're going to keep trading here. You guys do us a favor. You guys want to keep on going past 11, get us towards Benzinga Live. Hit the thumbs up. We need 400 likes. I'm going to be looking right now to maybe possibly take a little bit of a day trade on Tesla. Yes, I said it, a day trade on Tesla. We'll see if we can get in here. Looking for 154s to hold, and I could get in there. Let's go ahead. Let's do this. Let's get in here. All right, just added a little bit there. Okay, you're starting to move here fast on me. I'm trying to get in and add some more shares. I got a little bit of share size there now. 4 shares going through at 1154.35. Let's see if this can give me a little bit of a pullback, get a little bit more. I want to get up 6 shares, but I think I'm just going to keep the 4 shares on here. Let's go ahead. Let's see what we got here. Can we continue to push on up through that 1157 here? We're looking for a breakout in Tesla. Can we get it now? All right, guys. So we're up about a point on this. We got in there at 1154.30s. So we're looking for that to show up on the bid. See if I can get back and add some more. If not, I'm just going to let this one ride. See if we can get back towards the resistance. First resistance is that 11,600, and then from there we're going to look to try to take out the high there of 1165. That's going to be our first sale, and then we're going to look to hold the rest for the trade. Let's see if this can start moving on up here. Tesla. All right, guys, going to catch up with the chat. What's going on out there? JD's, let's go. Let's see what happens out there. Manny, thumbs up. Jim's throwing the thumbs up. Master Stonks, Buzz. Try a stand-up desk, says Steve. Yes, I would love a stand-up desk. I need one of those. All right, let's keep going. If you guys have a great day, says thanks. Bourne says thanks, Ryan. Have a good one. All right, let's keep going through. If you guys got a stock you guys want to take a look at, we'll see what happens. Lucid moving, thinking 4170s. Let's take a look at Lucid. Lucid, yeah, taking a lift there. Exactly what we wanted to see. It catch up to that hourly support, bounce off of that, and then start rocketing up there. Nice reversal there. I would be paying attention to the hourly breakout of 39. So I'd be looking for pullbacks to 39 and then look for that extension through 40. Once we get through 40, this is going to really start getting hot. And I think the stock can get to 41 and 42, even up to 43. So we'll see what happens in Lucid. Having a good reaction there right out the gates. Tesla, let's see if we can continue making this move on up. We're taking a day trade here off the 1 minute. We see multiple bottoms here. And then what happens here? We get a third touch here, and it starts holding sideways here. Now we know our support. Now we're looking for this to take out the highs. Let's see if Tesla can continue moving to the upside today. All right, guys, if you guys want me to take a look at some of the stocks, some of my biggest calls for the Santa Claus rally was Macy's, and boy, was it a great trade. So definitely going to go ahead and pull off this Lucid. Macy's was one that I gave out on Monday last week. So we're talking about on the 27th. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a circle here on that 27th date. And as you can see from that point, we've already come up about 11% on Macy's. Another one that I gave out was DDS. Was looking for this one to have a good day today. And boy, does it have a good day today. 9% getting up strong through the 260s. And nice little push there. DDS Dillard's. Can I like twice? I don't know how, but yeah, definitely do it. Let's keep it going. Looks like Hut is moving. Yes, Hut was one that I wanted to take a look at for upside. It hasn't moved too much off of that. I want to look for a push through 9, but definitely one to keep on mind for the kind of these buybacks. All right, looks like the Qs being mentioned in the chat. I'll take a look at the Qs. Beach Bum, Happy New Year's, man. Good to see you. Joey Fibonacci, I love the name there. Looking for a rocket, short rocket if it gets towards that 15 resistance. What do you think, Mitch? Rocket, honestly, today is a little bit hard to be looking for shorts because so many people looking for that January effect. I'd be careful with Rocket, but honestly, it doesn't look bad for a little bit of a pullback towards 1445. But it depends how you're trying to trade this. How much are you really trying to get out of it? Looks like if it gets towards that 15 resistance, let's see. I see what you're looking at there. I would honestly call this kind of more the resistance somewhere in here, this 1485. Why? Because this bottoming action here, you eventually fight to get through here. 3 tops, couldn't get through it, and it rejects right here, that 4th rejection. We're going to look for another push through and then a rejection. But really, I don't like to short stocks that are on a bullish chart. This is actually a bullish chart. Yes, longer term hourly bear chart. And so I understand why you're getting short, but it's not my favorite chart to get short on right now, at least in this environment. CVX, it's oil. It's going to continue moving with oil. Let's take a look here at the hourly chart. Hourly support held very well there. That's what I would be looking for now. Looks like you got through a multiple high here at 119. If 119, if it closes above 119 today, I would be really bullish, and that's kind of like the next level on up. Green is the color today. Shannon, hey, proud of you, man. If you were able to get green today, hey, I hope you're enjoying it. One of the things that happens also, and I would call this out, Shannon, is if you're green for the day and you feel that you finished the day, like you're done, that's it. It's okay to watch and kind of close down your platforms. If you want, maybe you can keep some charts up, but it's understandable that when you say the day has ended, the only thing that can bring you back is an extreme event. An extreme market event, let's say a war gets announced or something like that. That's understandable to come back. But always have that discipline that if you say, I got my return today that I needed, and I'm ready to move on to day 2 in 2022 and keep pushing in my system, don't ruin it today, because if you hit that reward, it's okay to end the day and be like, yep, pat on the back. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, JD's knows how to do it twice. Yes, just get another email, and you can hit the like twice if you want. What do you think about OPEC is going to do coming out of their meeting today? Well, as you can see, people are definitely pointing on the upside for oil. Proud of myself. Hey, proud of you, Shannon. Keep doing it. Keep working your charts, but realize my system is what's important. Always try not to worry about the results being positive or negative, but more along, am I executing or not executing my system? If I'm executing and it gave me a result, whether it be positive or negative, I'm doing good because I'm executing. When it's bad is when we don't execute and then we get a loser. That hurts our mindset, that hurts our system, and that hurts our confidence in following the system. So try to find that system that you can follow. And then when you don't execute, realize that that's your fault there for not executing. And losers come from non-execution, but also losers come when you execute and ask yourself, did I execute the trade? Did I hold to the risk? Did I take the pattern I was looking for? Is this my system? If all these are yes, then just give yourself a pat on the back, even if the result is a red trade. All right, a lot of people talking out there. Gene Munster talking about Lucid. Hey, you can tell why Lucid's probably moving on up there. Definitely getting the bid. We talked about it. Once it got out of these levels, it was going to start getting strong, and that's exactly what you're seeing for Lucid. I think it can make a move all the way up to 40 today. It's up there already to 39.82s, and that's when we were talking around by 39, right? I said when we got out of this price zone, I was going to look for that upside move. There you guys have it. Lucid looking really good today. Tesla's trade really working for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and close half of the trade here. Let's go ahead and try to close half here as we keep pushing on Tesla. I want to go ahead and close it right here at the resistance 165.42. I had that written right here. Let's close half of this out and look to continue in this position here. All right, there you go. Just closed half of the position. Going to let the rest of the position work here in Tesla. Not a bad day trade there in Tesla. I hope that you guys were able to take some of the profit there on this one. Not a bad trade so far. We'll see if we can get through the high of the day, 170, and have a good move. I'm sorry for not showing you the chart there, guys. I was taking the trade there. But there you guys have it, 165 resistance, holding on up there, had that line driven out there, talked about how that would be one of our targets. We went right through it. Now we took some half off. We're going to look for it to continue going. If it breaks this 1160 on the downside, we'll take the rest of the shares off, but we're going to do like a trailing stop and just let this kind of work. Try to take out the daily high up there towards, what do we got? We got 1170. So we'll look for 1170 to get taken out here on the continued momentum. What's going on out there? Lucid wants to rip. Hey, definitely. Real talk, good words. Hey, I hope you guys can kind of push forward too. Energy transfer, Mitch. I'll definitely be watching that. All right, NIO coming back. Yep, I think that one's starting to come back. Not a bad one to take a look at. At Mitch Voodoo, read something this weekend about the relationship between OVX and CL in futures trading. Seems like OVX goes down, oil goes up. First day watching, interesting. Definitely, I'll take a look at that. I'll actually write that down. So that's OVX and CL. Okay. Got you. I'll write that down. I'll take a look at that. Always can learn from that. And if you guys got something I can learn from, go ahead and tell me. Great call on that Tesla, Diane. My daily goal with it because of you today. Hey, power to you, Diane. I hope you were able to nail that Tesla. And it looked really well. When I talk about it, when we get those 5-minute charts to look the same, the 1-minute chart, the 15-minute chart to look the same, those are going to be the best types of trades. They give you the best types of confirmation because you got multiple traders looking for breakout levels. So we'll see if this can continue moving, but definitely a great day trade there on Tesla. Ashton talking about how does DKNG look for you? It's looking like we're seeing some selling pressure subside on the 5-minute chart, looking good for a cross above the 15 EMA. All right, let's take a look here at that DKNG. So DKNG, what I talked about today, hourly supports holding. Hourly support. Where are the hourly supports on this stock? You can look here. Hourly support at 26.44. What do we see here? Look back here. Hourly support down here. There's a little bit of a wick here. So we're going to look towards that wick. Let's go a little closer. What do you see? You see multiple bottoms near this 27.31s. So let's draw it a little bit closer towards this body low, this body low. You can actually use the wick there. We're going to use the wick, and we're going to look for that hourly support to have held. This is what I was doing in pre-market to all the stocks. I was drawing out hourly supports. Exactly what this stock did. It wicked through, recovered there at 27.28. That's my level to watch now because I know that some traders are probably taking that trade right around that level. That's 27.28. So I would be looking for it to take out the high here, 28.70s. If it can close above 28, you're still going to be looking good on the daily to start pushing back up out of this trend. And we'll see if we can get out of this trend here and start taking out some highs. Would like to see the stock get towards 30. That's going to really give it that bullish look. DraftKings, I think it's a good swing trade here. All right, guys, you guys smash the like. If you guys want me to keep going through 11, we're getting towards that time. We need 400 likes. We got 382. You guys smash that like. Let me see. No, we got 332, guys. Let's get it on up there. We need about 68 more likes to keep me going through 11. We got about 2 minutes to do so. So definitely you guys do me the favor and smash that thumbs up. All right, Fubo going nuts, says Ashley. Yo, that was one of the ones that was on my radar, Fubo, to buy. So not a bad looking move there off of the hourly supports. And that's exactly what we were looking for, hourly supports to hold. There you go, 1575. That's the level that I would see some buyers take. Now we're going to see some resistance play into here around the 1665 and 1650s. I would look for 16 to hold on any pullbacks. That's also could be an attempt to get in the stock if you miss the rip. So to me, that's what I'm going to be looking for, 1625, 16 for entries on Fubo, and it does look good getting off the daily look. Now, one thing you do want to go through is the resistance trend line. So look how this trend line comes down here. You want to get back on up there towards 18. 18 is really where this stock is going to look bullish on the daily. Thoughts on the D-Nut. The D-Nut. I know that it was moving recently, but a lot of times when you get a stock to run for a couple days and a couple of stocks are looking for that upside move, like we're looking at a lot of the growth stocks right now, be careful for some of the other stocks that were really trending to show either sideways action or reversals back down. To me, this is showing a reversal back down. This is a really hard top there at 19. You see how you have 3 wicks, 1, 2, 3 wicks. It couldn't hold any price action above 19. Look how you crack 19 right now. I actually think this is a short, not a long. I'd be looking for this to come back down towards this 1750. If I was going to go short there near the 19, I'd look for a pullback towards 19, and then you could get short off of that 19, use the resistance of 1926 or above it 1950 for the stop out on the downside move if you're trying to short this. We'll see if it breaks the next support, which is down towards 1850s. If that breaks, I think you're definitely heading down towards closer towards 18. We'll see what happens in D-Nut. Like smash, you have plenty of time. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep going. Lucid over 40, gone. All right, let's take a look there. Lucid, how we doing on Lucid? Almost taking out the highs there in Tesla. I'm almost got the rest of the trade out there. We got towards a high of 1169. We're looking for 1170s to break through. If that doesn't break through, then we'll go ahead and take the trade there. But there you have it. Lucid through 40s, now up there to 40.25s. This is exactly the level I was looking for. And what did we say? Look for the hourly supports to hold on this stock. What happened to this stock? Right down to the hourly lows, right back up out of it. I hope that you guys were paying attention to me when I talked about hourly supports. This is exactly what we got here today. SPY, let's take a look at the SPY. SPY, I'm going to be looking for it to push on up. Hold this hourly support. It can't go through this on the downside if I'm looking for upside moves. We'll see if this can get back on up there, but definitely going sideways there. Let's take a look at the Qs. Qs, nice hourly support hold there. Now getting back above 400. Let's see if we can hold 400 today. That would be a good look for the Qs, and we can continue making moves. Back to my Tesla trade. Let's see if we can get towards the high of the day and take this out and take out the trade here. Looking to take the trade out towards the high of the day. We're at 1168. We got in this trade at 1154.35s. We're about to take it out here as we go through the 1170s. See if we get it there. All right, there you go, guys. It's showing up on the ask side. It's around the 95 cents, 1168.95. Let me see if I can get through that 1170, and then I'll just take it off. But if it turns around here, I might just take what I can get. So 1167s, 1168s. We'll see what happens if it can get back through that 1170s. Looking at the level 2 here, one of the things that I like to do on Tesla is definitely use kind of a bigger time volume on the time and sales. So what I mean by that, so a lot of times I separate the volume by orders that are higher than 101 or orders that are higher than 1,000 shares in one order. Why? Because I want to find where the big boys are trading and if the big boys are taking some share size at that price level. All right, so for me, what I can see here is some algorithmic volume in the 1168s. So we're looking for the 1168s to hold on the pullback and get through this 1170 here. Now you just got 1,100 shares there at 1168. That could be a buyer. We're going to look for it to step through the 1170s here and not pull the last level low. So we can't break that last level 1 minute low. We're looking for that 1170 to break through. We got there towards a high there of 1169.80s. Let's see if we can get to it. There's 1,400 shares at 1169.74s. That could have been a seller selling at the resistance there because he didn't see the breakthrough of the 1170s. I'm still holding here because I didn't see that last minute low break. So we're looking for higher lows, higher lows. Let's see if we can get a higher low than this green candle. This green candle was 1167.42. So I'm actually going to draw up the line there so to kind of help us determine where we should get out. If it breaks this line here, we're going to go ahead and get out. I'll kind of draw it bigger here so that you guys can see it. This is our outline now. Okay, so if it breaks that line, we're going to get out. But if it keeps going on the upside here, we're going to continue holding. We'll see if we can continue making moves here. DKS being called out by Mike Miller. Let's take a look really quickly at DKS. So it's 1167.36. I'll pay attention towards those levels, and I will be watching on the top chart here. DKS definitely finding some support there. Not a bad one. Let's take a look at the daily. Daily hasn't come in back. It's not my favorite chart. I think there's some other charts you could take a look at, but it's not a bad looking chart there. DKS, I do think you'll have a good year. Inflation is going to make some of these items really expensive. Just be careful out there. We'll see what happens with DKS. What's going on? Elon wants me to look at Ford. That's kind of weird. Mitch, when you check that relationship, can you check on high volume oil stocks? I haven't had the time to do so. Got you, Voodoo. I'll take a look there. All right, there you guys have it. There's this Tesla high. Let's go ahead and sell out into this move here. We're starting to push through. It got towards that 1170s, turned around there at that 1170s. So we're just going to take the price there. All right, guys, this took there off there 1168.40s. Could have took 1170s, but saw the rejection from that level. I'm going to go ahead and just call it a day there. Nice trade there. Not a bad trade there. Was looking for that breakout. Probably could have sold some if I had the order out, but definitely missed out on some of that order there. But not a bad trade there, guys. I hope you guys were able to nail some of that trade there. And not a bad trade on Tesla. Let's keep it going. Love this show. You guys are great. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that one, Vision Algo. If you could do me the favor, definitely smash the thumbs up. James Grant, Mitch, what is a good charge point entry? Well, let me talk about the charge point entry that I have right now. As we see charge points start pushing on through there, I wanted to see 20s hold. So I actually got into charge point at 1940s, but I'm looking for this to kind of continue through. If we look here on the daily chart, was looking for this to get back above 19 and especially 20. 20 is a really good level. From here on out, I'd look for pullbacks towards this high. This high is 1971 and 1973. So we're looking for an area into there. You can use the 66 to the 1950 to go off of, but that's around the level that I would be looking for. It's a 1975 pullback, maybe getting back towards 20. But like always, guys, this isn't investment advice. This is only informational purposes only, and the opinions do not represent those of Benzinga. Host and guests may maintain positions in the stocks, in the securities mentioned. All right, definitely, guys. You guys do me the favor, guys. We're going to take a second here. Definitely, I want you guys to smash up that like button. Support us. Can we get on up and continue going through? I want to get it towards 11:30, but we need 400 likes. We're at 368. If we don't get it in the next 2 to 3 minutes, I'm going to have to get down here and cut the show early here, guys. So do me the favor, guys. You guys want us to keep going? Smash that like button. All right, looks like we got a super sticker here from Khalid. All right, love the show. Any thoughts on Shift Technology? Seems to be breaking out. Shift is part of that move, right? The growth stocks move. So it's starting to push on out. Big part for this one was 370. So it's a big important price point. Why? Because you had these multiple highs that you just broke out of. So you had this kind of trend line that it held, right? So you kind of got through this trend line above it, came back, wicked down below it, wicked down below it. Really strong push towards that 350, then went through this 365 resistance. 365 is what I'd be looking for on pullbacks, but not a bad push there from Shift Technology. We'll see if we can get some pullback closer towards, let's say, this 369, 365, but it could continue going through 4 today. We'll see what happens in that shift. I hope that you enjoyed that look, and it's actually not a bad looking stock. I've actually talked about this stock on SPAC's Attack, but it is a SPAC, just to mention. Nice find, Khalid, says Vision Algo. Weekly pays well for Fords. Hey, not a bad one. Freddie in the house. What's going on out there? It's good to see you guys in the chat. I love to see the loyal listeners. Yogi out there. Matt Miller punching hard. Jared. A lot of people joining us. Beats and Crypto looking at MTTR. That was a metaverse play. Let's take a look there. Matterport actually pulling back significantly. This is one that I would look for it to come back and maybe take out the lows. I don't like this stock right now, so just be careful there. MTTR, at least for me, I think it's a no touch. SoFi trying to find some support. This is actually a very important price point for SoFi. It's been trying to fight above this 1550s, now holding well. If it can get back above 1650s, it's not looking too bad. FSR was one I also had on my list to get a potential long in. So I would have been using the hourly charts, looking for it to get back through 1650s. 1650s would have been the look for the pullback buy. And as you can see, beautiful looking chart on the 5-minute. You can draw this trend line here. You can start seeing that hold. The 1650s were in this area. What I would have wanted to see is this breakdown through the VWAP, above VWAP, breakdown below VWAP. What do we say? We wanted to get it back above and hold. That's exactly what you're getting now. So now's that time where I would be trying to take out FSR and hold off that 1650s. You can maybe get an entry near that 1660. We'll see if this one can start moving. That's FSR. I do like it for a swing trade. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us. If we didn't get towards the 400 likes, and guess what? You guys went along and did it. I appreciate you guys smashing up that like button. Let's keep it going. The money pouring on in. Let's go, guys. Definitely, we're going to keep going here, guys. Let's keep running. All right, guys, let me know what you guys see on out there. If you guys got a stock you guys want to get into, JD's, you threw that $1 sticker. Call out a stock. What do you want to see? Mitch, you still have Genie? Yes, David, I'm still in Genie, guys. That's one of my longer-term plays. Still looking for that one to continue and getting on out of here. I'll even give you guys my average. Most people would never give you guys this average. Why? Because it's not something I'm proud of. It's an investment stock that I got caught in, and sometimes it happens. You know, one thing is I will tell you guys exactly where I'm at. I'm right around this level, right around here. Below this line here that you're seeing, this 1144, I'm closer towards 1125s and 1130s on this one. I've been holding, and I'm probably going to hold until I can get back into the green, at least until 15. This is one that I will probably add if it ever breaks through the 7 and gets to 6. But for right now, I'm just waiting for this one to work back. As you can see, David, I'll try to be transparent. Miss White Horse, let's go ahead. Let's keep it going. Actually, Apple projected level buy report. Hey, not a bad one. Smash the like. Can you look at NIO, says JD. All right, so NIO is a big important one today. Had a good numbers, but pulled back. So a lot of times when you see those big stocks make that nice push, look for that big pullback towards an hourly support, exactly what you got in this one. So I think now that you're getting towards the resistance, the big news for us is to get back to 34 on the upside move. That's what I would be looking for today. If you can hold 33 on a close, it'll still be looking bullish. But for me, it would be looking really good if it could get through that 34. Then you can start trending back towards 40. Tesla turned around there after going through the 1170s, but not a bad trade there. I hope that you guys were able to nail that one. Finally broke through that red line. So I could have held until it broke this red line, But I mean, we wouldn't have got too much more. Let's say maybe what 0.36%. All right, what's going on out there? Joffrey jumping in the super stickers. If you got one to take a look at, laugh out loud. I missed the cues. The cues. Joffrey, there's another one you want to take a look at. Definitely let me know. But definitely breakdown of the 400 on the cues. Be careful now as we're starting to pull back a little bit here. I'm wondering if the SPY is starting to break down too. Yep, we're starting to get a little bit of a breakdown there in the SPY. The big thing for me is holding 475 on the pullbacks. As long as that can happen, I'm still looking bullish. Would want to see maybe a 475, even if it wicks through. Want to see this candle close at 475 or higher for the 1 minute, for the 1 hour candle. We just closed that 10 o'clock candle. We opened the 11 o'clock candle. We'll see when this 11 o'clock ends at 12. All right, guys, what's going on out there? Nice share. Increase the trust factor. You're right. Not a lot of people would share that. Yep. Hey, not a lot of people would share that. I mean, I'm just going to be as transparent as I can be. Whether win or lose, you guys stick around. I'll be trying to do my best and show you guys how I attack it. You know, I'm by no means an expert or killing it, making, let's say, a master amount of income during trading. Right now, to me, income is not the focus. The focus is to get the system down that I can continue trading and repeating. Last year, we beat the SPY. We're going to try to beat the SPY this year. Let's see if we can do so. Thumbs up. Let's keep going. Charge point pulling back, says Matt Miller. All right, not a bad one. Not a bad one. I'm sure it's pulling back there. It went up there towards the 20, got towards a high of 1998. Not a bad look there. I mean, I was up almost a point on that one. You're going to watch to see it continue. The big thing for me is a close above 1950. If the charge point can close above 1950, I'll still be bullish. What's going on out there? For real, you need a new keyboard, email us and we'll send you one. It's a tax write-off too. I do need a new keyboard. Definitely. I need one for sure. We'll see what happens. I need to order one at the end of the day. We'll see if I can get one out there. All right. Thoughts on UPS, says Gene. Let's take a look there. UPS. Ooh, UPS really getting hit hard there. Downturn fast. What happened here? Looks like a stock that was trending into this move just rejected hard off that 215. Looks like it's coming back down towards 205. I'd be careful with this one. Let me take a look at FDX, also pulling back there. So just be careful there. Looks like you're having some of these kind of shipping stocks really start pulling back. Can I put an email in the chat? Don't want it to get banned. Don't worry, you won't get banned, but it probably won't show up, Vision. If you want to throw it up there, go ahead and try. But I'm thinking the algorithm will probably hold it. Biden new tax laws. What? Hurts. Let me know, please. If you're seeing some new tax laws or anything like that, please let me know. All shippers down. Check out SAIA, says Diane. I'll take a look there. Ooh, yeah, that just got a hit hard there. Definitely taking a down dip there. Let's take a look at these. This is a trucking stock, so it looks like trucking are taking a hit there today. USAK is one that I'd take a look at. Ryder, another one that I'd take a look at. Look at that one. So, Diane, you wanted to find some of these that were struggling? Even though it's not a shipping stock, look at this Ryder. It rents a lot of trucks. Look how that one came right back down towards that 81. We'll see if it holds there. Shipping and ports. There you go. Let's take a look here. What is on the downside in shipping and ports? Looks like a lot of it is on the upside, but some of it is on the downside. ZIM breaking down there, definitely starting to pull back, but this one's been going on up pretty significantly in the daily chart. So look for these to kind of pull back a little bit, and some of them kind of just delayed to the move. Starbuck trying to make a move on up. Look at that one. SBLK. Ship. The cheap boy. We'll see if this one can get moving again. This one likes to get parabolic. We'll see if it ever does get parabolic through that $1. I'll even send an alert for us. PPSI being mentioned in the chat. We'll see what happens on this one. For me, it needs to get back through 831s. Until it gets that, I'm not kind of in the bullish sense. I'm kind of bearish actually in this one. We'll see if it can come back. and get roaring. All right, let's see how TSM is still performing. Is TSM still having a great day? Let's take a look here at the capitalization. TSM was one that I was looking at to have a good day. Yes, and it's still holding well, holding really relatively well towards the top side of that chart. NVIDIA was another one that I was looking at for it to push on up there towards the high of the day. Nice chart. You could have been attacking this. We were talking about that support here. The VWAP, was it going to push on up? That's exactly what it did. Nice little trade there in NVIDIA. Happiness. Let's keep going. Starting on January 1st, eBay and other marketplaces are required by the IRS to issue a Form 1099-K for all sellers who receive 600 or more in sales. What? This is massive. Let's take a look here. How is that affecting eBay or an Amazon? I think that's going to affect Amazon also, because there's a lot of people that kind of sell on Amazon, right? And they're trying to maybe get around some of those IRS rules. If there's going to be 1099s, you can't get around it. So just be careful out there. We'll see what happens with eBay today. How's Melly performing? Also another one. Look how they got hit hard. Yeah, I'd be careful with these. These look like they're going to take a downturn. Melly, I actually might even take a short trade off of that. Off of that news there. I would look for this to kind of break through. You can use a resistance above here where we kind of turned around, which is 1356. That's kind of the area that I'd be looking for it to really start breaking down from. And you can see how it broke down from it, came back. Let's see if it comes back on up here and keeps on taking out on the downside. But hey, this is not good for some of these kind of marketplace stocks. eBay can be affected from this. If you guys have some other ones to take a look at, what's that other one? Etsy. Etsy might take a hard hit on this. Take a look at Etsy. Etsy taking a hit there. That's exactly what I was looking for. Look how that one just taking a hit. It's exactly, I think, what you're talking about, Hertz. So take a look at Etsy possibly breaking through the daily. This is a bearish chart right here if I ever seen one. Look how this looks really bearish, trying to take out the lows. If it takes out this low, it could keep coming back down towards, let's say, 200. Definitely not looking good there for Etsy. Specialty retail struggling today. Oh, wow, that's crazy. I agree with you, Miss Whitehorse. Facebook has a marketplace too. Hey. Yep. Facebook does have a big marketplace. Let's see what happens on Facebook. See if it suffers because of this. It's going sideways right now, so it doesn't look the best right now. All right, Square kind of holding. It's not looking like the best swing trade today, but it's not looking bad. I mean, I'm down about, what do we got? Almost a point. Keeps holding sideways here. We have 162.74. So I'm going to draw here so I can kind of give you guys that level here. We got to end early on this one. So we're going to look for this one to continue on up. We wanted to close above 164, really hold 161s. We wouldn't want it to close below 161 today. We'll see if this Square can catch a bid here. Huge, I know. I'm going to definitely pay attention to that. But Meta does not take fees for sales. That's good to know at least. But definitely that eBay news, that Amazon, I think it's going to affect. It's weird that Amazon is actually going up on this news. I think it would actually affect it on the downside, but look for a laggard effect to show up on there. Melly is definitely one that I would be looking for maybe a continued move on the downside. Don't want to go short this stock right now, but it definitely looks interesting to me. You can see this bear flag, easy pennant here, easy bear flag to look for it to come back down towards the downside again. All right, Mike Shaw bringing up an interesting one. RMO trying to catch a bid here off the lows here of 385, maybe $4 is a move to the upside. We'll see if we get that move towards the upside. I wouldn't really be taking this one, but hey, it's not a bad looking chart. I can tell you that right now. You can clearly see this kind of symmetrical triangle that it's trying to hold. The big thing for us is this kind of high here. As long as this body kind of holds here, this 384, you want to see how you saw that bottoming wicks Let it close above that 385. Then you can try to take out that 390 and the $4 price point. This is RMO. Doesn't look bad. I do like the name there. All right, Lucid, did we pull back down towards the VWAP? No, we haven't. We went all the way up there to 40.50, went back down to 40s. 40s hold today. I mean, this is going to be really looking bullish. We'll see what happens. Fisker is another one. I'd look for a nice little breakout now. We had a nice little push on up. Would we look for a move towards 1683s? I would take a day trade here. I just don't want to take one of the ones to actually tie up my accounts. So I'm going to be looking at this one to get a move back on up. But I do like Fisker right around these levels. If you wanted to go off of it here, you could go off of it now and look for that push through 1680s. That's what I'd be looking for the upside move. Lucid swing trade, I think you'd have to get it a little bit earlier. But if you wanted to take it off these levels, it'd be probably 40, risk off 39. Personal opinion, though. Nothing to give you guys to follow. Craigslist offer up. Yeah, those things are definitely going to get hit. What's going on out there, guys? If you guys got a stock you guys want to talk about, definitely throw the thumbs on up. We'll be out of here in about 6 minutes to Benzinga Live. Yes, you'll have Spencer Israel. You'll have Aaron Bry taking some potential options trade. I'm sure he's looking at them. We'll see what happens. Let's keep it going. You down today, Aaron Sachs asking? No, I'm actually up today. I did a great day trade on Tesla. So Tesla definitely the best trade of the day. We'll look for that to kind of continue on making moves, but definitely not a bad day. We'll look for it to get back on up there to do that 1170. And for this being mentioned, let's take a look at NIO. NIO looking good here. Came back towards the, kind of the 50 EMA, bouncing off of that. We'll see if it can take out the highs here and get on up there towards 34 today. That's NIO. XPEV, another one that I was looking at to try to get this buy here, starting to bottom out. So look for this to get back above VWAP and then push through that VWAP. If it can do that, I would still like this trade above this 49.66, and you want to see NIO continuing. All right, some other stocks that I was looking at today was QS. QS, I was looking for an upside move in QS. That's exactly what we got there. Still holding really well. I do like this name. Got on up there. I really wanted to see a push towards 24. 24 is really important, but really 23.50 is going to be an important price point. Let's get back above that 23.50, close above that, and it's going to be looking interesting. This one did hold the 50 EMA and looks interesting. QuantumScape. Another one that I could take a look at, Palantir. Did we start holding here? I'm going to be looking for it to get back on up through an hourly resistance. For me, that hourly resistance is 19. So until it gets through 19, I'm going to leave this one alone and see if we can get back on up through there. All right, so another one that we can take a look at today, SRAD. Not having a bad day there, guys. Sports Radar Group trying to get back on up through the 19s. Keep this one on radar. This is a SPAC. We'll see if it gets moving here. Doesn't look bad. It has been starting to move here. I'm going to set an alert at 1873s. All right, let's take a look at the sectors. Consumer cyclical up 0.65%. Specialty finance doing really good in financial services today. So definitely take a look at some of those names. Some of those names are HMPT, Home Point Capital, CNF. Definitely take a look at that one. Rocket having a good day today. UWMC having a good day today. Let's take a look at Coop, Mr. Cooper Group. We'll see if this one can continue moving on up. And there's a couple here that you guys can definitely take a look at. Let's take at the high capitalization ones. What is really on the top side of this? So to me, it's Rocket. Rocket's on the top side of specialty finance. We'll see if we can get through there. Global banks doing well today. We talked about some of those. WFC, Citigroup, BAC, JPM, CS. A bunch of these doing well today and continuing their upside potential. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us. We're going to start wrapping on up here. We got about 3 minutes left. FTNT, I would definitely save that one here to look out to see if this one can continue making moves. AB actually likes this one. I actually think that this is one of the ones that were really trending before the first, so you could see this one kind of turn around and kind of get towards the downside look. What's another one that was kind of trending before this? It could turn around. Let's take a look there. Pan W, Palo Alto. Yep, also turning around hard there today. We'll see if it kind of takes out the lows and starts breaking back down. All right, what's another one out there, guys? You guys talking about Apple in the chat? We'll take a look there. What's your thought on KMI? We'll see. Just started transactioning in crypto, but pay taxes. Yep, you got to. Mitch, I think Aaron's referring to the U stock. So what, Unity? Unity is not a bad one. It's been pulling back down. Doesn't look like it's in favor here. Definitely pulling back down. I'd be careful with the ones that were in favor and are turning around, like Roblox. Roblox also turning around. Maybe it's Skills finally. SKLZ. Maybe look for this one to find a bottoming and start actually getting up out of it. Zynga. How's Zynga doing today? Did we find a bottom on that one? Not much on that. I'll see if this one can get back on up through the 669s. On Zynga. Noise on QS. We'll definitely take a look. Lithium costs going to hurt QS. I don't really stress about that right now, but I'm definitely looking for QS to have a good time. All right, Happy New Year's definitely to you, Beach Bum. Also, definitely Happy New Year's to all you guys out there. If you guys enjoyed your weekend, definitely smash the thumbs on up. We're going to be getting you guys now on over to live trading with Benzinga. Benzinga Live, not live trading with Benzinga. We're on live trading with Benzinga. Going to Benzinga Live up next. So let me make sure that we got that redirect set. Looks like Aaron was sleeping a little bit. I don't even see the stream up. So give me 1 second, guys. I want to make sure that we have Benzinga Live ready for you guys. When we return, I'll let you guys know about a wrap up of my trades and my swing trades going in to 2022. What's going to happen, guys? Definitely smash the thumbs on up. When we return, we'll get into some of these kind of trades that I'm taking for the swing trades. We'll see what happens.
I tell all my CEOs, this is a very important platform. And look, all the other platforms are important too. But you're up there. You're way up there.
Best investment you can do in your future is actually go and educate yourself on credible sites, credible resources like Benzinga. You guys have been killing it.
The comment section on this show is remarkable. Like the quality of the combo. Just big shout out to your community.
So I love about you guys. You just have all your callers in right then. It's all about the community here at Benzinga.
All right, guys, going to start wrapping on up here, bringing you guys to Benzinga Live. So definitely you guys smash up that thumbs button. Let's keep it going. All right, looks like they finally set that redirect. Looks like they finally woke up, ready for the new year. So I'll get you guys on over to Benzinga Live next. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for me. Swing trading on moving forward. We're going to be looking at Square. We still got some Square. We got Charge Point. So those are the two that we got today. We're going to keep going through it. If you guys want to learn a little bit more, go to Money Mitch today. I'm going to be going through so many swing trade ideas. You guys have no idea. You also got a good interview for you guys there. So I'll see you guys there. That's at 4 p.m. Eastern. Up next, Benzinga Live. So smash that thumbs up, and we'll see you next time right here on Live Trading with Benzinga. Until then, I'll see you guys next time, guys. Keep battling out there. It's good to see you guys in the chat. All right. Till next time, guys. Let's keep it going. Where's my video? There it is. I was struggling over here. Still struggling. I need to get some better videos. Right.